grabbing my backup right now. I just didn't want to use it because it's what I used to use for the Chicago one / our maritime game.
He's sponsoring OneNote again.
He's sucking he's sucking that OneNote dick.
Oh,
hey, it's some good dick, bro. It's some good dick.
Oh, whoa,
Bill Gates,
okay.
I love you and
shut
your
up,
OneNote sponsorship.
You're the last person to go, oh, okay.
Uh-oh. I just dropped a nail on the floor.
You're the last one I want to hear fucking acting like that fucking crazy, dog.
That's crazy, dog. You're wild. Yeah, that's what we did last session. We had a tavern. We had some drinks. We had a nice drinking competition between some sand keg and some, you know, the good old love juice. And then we went down to sleep and had some dreams.
Okay, yeah, alright. So we did end the session.
Yeah, you ended on a long rest.
Alright.
Yeah.
So
I thought so.
I thought so too, but I couldn't remember.
Here, just to make sure I do it. There we go.
Oh,
hey, there we go.
Mormex doesn't have a long rest.
I know. Good.
Oh,
I'm glad I was tracking it on D&D Beyond and not Av right now. Fuck. Character Han.
Game long rest.
Fuck.
Thank you.
It's D&D.
I didn't think I had done anything, but. Whatever.
Yay! My 2 spell slots are back.
Your 2. When do you get your third one?
No,
I think
not for
level
a while.
11.
Yeah, like 11 or 12 or some shit.
Damn.
Yeah.
Yeah, warlocks suck.
Yeah, man. For spells anyway. Yeah.
All right. So we begin once again at the Gilded Baron Tavern in the city of Typhus. I'll start off with Ragnar. You awaken within your room. Aurora, currently in a state of deep sleep.
Hey, I'm sorry. I remember where we ended. We had woken up. We talked to the hunter dude. Fenris. We're eating breakfast, if I remember correctly.
Oh well. Retcon a little bit. That's okay.
Yeah, retcon. I don't care.
That's all good. Yeah, you guys are downstairs at the Gilded Baron Tavern, exchanging pleasantries with one Fenris. And starting to plan your investigation into the Black Banner Mercenary Company.
Did my steak ever come?
We all got our food.
Yeah, your steak is here by now. I mean, it's only been about like 5 minutes.
Just checking.
Cause what? Me and Han got like steak bits and an omelet.
Mm-hmm. Some good shit. Yum 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 yum.
Parker murdered a steak.
Ragnar ordered 3.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And I got a little bit of everything.
Yum yum.
You got a little plate of lettuce.
Yum yum yum. Tum tum.
Shortly after you begin to consume your meal, Ragnar, can you get a roll perception check?
Oh no.
Ooh.
I got
Ooh, is it because Awowa is missing?
I got a nice crispy 5.
A nice crispy 5. You know, that's kind of sad actually.
Give me a high 5.
Nice and crispy death.
You notice that Aurora is there, but she's like, I'm gonna head upstairs. I got some stuff I want to do.
Oh, that voice.
I was trying not to laugh. You guys got to be a bit more respectful than that.
Aurora's not here. If she's watching, hey Blair, how's it going?
Oh shit, yeah. What if she's watching? She's like, I gotta catch up on all my Ravenhold.
No, she's not.
That's how I'm writing you out of the session, Blair. Thanks for
the whole
missing.
The whole campaign.
Yeah, so we're replacing Blair with Cliff. I'm so sorry, Blair.
We love him so much more. Just you're gone.
Blair comes back next week, and we're like, "No, you're gonna have to roll a new character."
it's not even like next week. It's 2 weeks from now.
Yep.
Oh my god, what the fuck? She's not coming back for another 2 weeks?
No, she comes back when I go on vacation, and by vacation I mean shut down from my work is when she comes back.
Oh my fuck.
So and next week there's no session. So
Boo!
This bitch.
Hashtag fuck Aurora.
Fuck Aurora. Yeah.
yeah, I'm sorry, Blair. We're gonna make a new server. You're not invited.
I'm already on it.
No, I mean like the funny thing is I could actually make a hidden server in the fucking useless interest dumps that everybody but her can see.
Oh yeah, everyone but her.
Yeah, so we don't even need to have new servers anymore.
No, just for the sake of it, a new server fully.
Someone else can be a wizard this time.
Yeah, I know, right?
Or we'll get like an extra healer or something like that.
Oh, true.
Anyways.
Yeah, anyways.
So, despite my terrible southern accent, Aurora heads upstairs back to her and Ragnar's room, doing Aurora things. But Ragnar, you see in the past week or so that you've been in this part of the world, you haven't noticed too many Dragonborn. But there appears to be one, a brass Dragonborn, walking into the tavern just as you turn your head to watch Aurora go upstairs.
Interesting.
He goes up to Belrand, the dwarven bartender, and goes, "Say, you wouldn't happen to have any mercenary work, would you? Heard there's a bit of a bounty on some exotic creatures of sorts." Belrand says to him, "Well, I mean, you seem pretty capable, but I'm not gonna lie. I got my eye on a different group. But if you think you can do it, I don't see why not. Depends on the contract. I can likely handle it on my own, but if it is necessary, then I could possibly find some interested parties of sorts." And he just takes a seat at one of the nearby tables.
Ragnar is going to stand up and go and approach this Dragonborn, bringing with him some more alcohol. Always bring alcohol to a first impression.
All right, you bring 2 steins of ale.
Yes.
One in each hand. You introduce yourself to this. How tall is Ragnar again? I think you said it was like 6'8".
Oh shit! The wax sucked my arm.
Short.
Yes, he is 6'8". Shut the fuck up, Bryce.
This Dragonborn appears to be about 7'2".
Woo!
Short.
What the fuck?
Now the question is his height and his waist up or waist down? Like, is his legs longer than his torso, or is his torso longer?
Why does that?
Okay, to put it simply, like, he looks like you, but bigger.
Because I was thinking I might have been
He's
able
the
to be like,
bigger
oh yeah,
guy.
I'm still taller than him when we're sitting down if he has short fucking
Oh my
short
fucking
torso.
God.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah,
Yo, the
he
insecurity
looks like
is jumping.
he looks like Ragnar if Ragnar was zoomed in very slightly. minus the tattoos of Bahamut and Tiamat on his back. That is.
Someone didn't know how to like use Photoshop, and he's like stretched wide and like it's really unnatural looking.
Oh no, he just looks like Ragnar, but scaled, but increased in size.
Dragonborn.
Not to that extent, no. But there to give you a rough idea. If you look up
a fat sip of lemonade there.
If you look, there's a man named Dominic Dajakovic in real life who just look up Donovan Dijak. He is a very large man, but he just looks like a regular person but scaled up. That's what this Dragonborn looks like to Ragnar right now. Like,
I knew someone was gonna be able to do it before me.
Pretty much, actually, yeah. Yeah, he's a brass Dragonborn. Although
brass, oh, okay.
On his face, however, there are several blue markings, almost like facial tattoos and whatnot, indicating that he is from a tribe, from what everyone else sees. Ragnar, you take a seat. You slam down one of the steins at the table. How do you want to introduce yourself?
Sorry. I haven't seen many Dragonborns around here.
Yeah, it's a bit strange. Coming from Jagged Pine and whatnot. Tell me, what's your name? I think I've seen you before.
Can I roll to see if I remember him? Just off that?
I thought you were gonna say remember my name.
You can roll. You can roll to remember your name, or you can roll to remember who this man might be.
Who the man
but you can't do both.
Wait, so it's either I don't know my name or I might know my name? Is that what we're going with?
We're playing that because you're playing Ragnar as having a slightly lower intelligence but slightly higher wisdom. So I'm interpreting it as your character
Nagnar
occasionally forgets his own name. Trauma.
My name's Aurora. Wait, that's not right.
That's not even my name, as it turns out.
I don't think that's right.
Alright, I will roll. Who fucking snorted?
Fuck.
My mouth hurts. Yeah, I'm gonna roll to remember him.
Alright, roll a history check.
Do you remember?
Yeah, at this moment, everyone else, you see a little bit of smoke coming out of Ragnar's ear.
Not that much smoke, because he got a 16.
16, okay.
SpongeBob, the name! Where's the name?
Yo, this is so shitposty already, man. I love it.
Oh, it's so much fun because Blair isn't here.
Hey, Han, say your line. Say the line.
What line?
Annihilate all white women.
What line? Oh! Exterminate all white women! That's what
Hey Blair, hope you're having a good vacation.
Yeah, have a good vacation when you fucking dust. Thanos snap, bitch. Woo!
To vacation.
Right. Looking at him, you haven't encountered him per se, but you do know of his family.
Okay.
They are the Jagged Scale bloodline. You don't have to include bloodline, but yeah, they're known as the Jagged Scale. and the markings on his face, from what you gather, are more birthmarks than tattoos.
That's dope. Ugh.
So, we are at a bit of an impasse. I see you've given some thought into giving me a drink, and I thank you for that. But I can't seem to remember your name if we've come across each other.
There's 2 paths I can take. I'll take the boring
What was that?
No, sorry, I'm talking to myself. I'm gonna take the boring one. My name is Ragnar. Ragnar Odinson. Dum, dum, dum.
Odinson. Tell me, have you seen your father any time recently?
I haven't seen him for... He kind of like looks down and starts like counting on his fingers. And he has to restart a couple of times. Fuck. I gotta roll to remember how old he is.
I think you said like 20, 23, 24?
Like 20 years.
Wait, it's been 20 years since you've seen your...
Wait, father, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, like 20 years. You know, like he's just rounding up.
How old is Ragnar then?
How? 26.
Oh, I massively misinterpreted the backstory then. Okay.
Ooh.
I've been looking out for myself since I was 1.
No, because what I thought was that it was a recent event, not like a 20 years ago event.
Yeah, well, like 20 years majorly rounded up. It's more like 15, 16. Ragnar's just he had to restart a couple times.
Okay.
To restart counting?
Yeah.
That's how the Dragonborn will come down to 2 again.
I was hoping that you might have seen him recently, but I guess not. I have a message for him. If you do find him, could you pass it on?
Give it to me, buddy.
Well, it's been, what, 15 years, give or take, since your tribe just seemingly up and vanished. And recently their territory was claimed by another lesser clan. I've been sent to try and find your father, as well as the rest of your clan, but I think you might be capable enough to do it yourself, being honest. So, the last little bit of information I know is that if I do recall correctly, I heard somewhere that they were within the hinterlands, about 2 weeks north of here. Then, as soon as he's done talking, he just downs the drink.
Alright, let's do it. Down the drink. Down the hatch we go.
16.
Oh, wait, what do I need to roll?
That's a con. Are you downing it just like one shot, or are you just like drinking from it?
When have you ever known Ragnar to just drink alcohol, dude? What kind of
Con save.
question is that?
Con save.
You should be ashamed of yourself. Dirty 20.
We gotta get Ragnar the fucking amulet of the drunkard.
Yeah.
Tell me that's an actual artifact right now.
It's actually an uncommon magic item.
Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. My bad.
You and him just down the hatch, no issues whatsoever.
Woo!
He stands up and he has a very... He doesn't look like he's from a... He looks like he's from a tribe, but he doesn't wear any, like, symbols indicating that he is from any... He doesn't wear anything that would distinguish him as a member of a tribe. He more so just looks like a standard mercenary right as of right now.
Alright.
Is there anything you want to do?
Nah, he was gonna order another round and kinda think on the information.
Alright. The bartender runs a round of drinks over to you and him. He goes, "It's a bit early to get shit-faced, so I'll be on my way."
What time in the morning is it?
About 10 a.m.
Early enough. I'm gonna down one more.
Alright, you down it and make another con save.
12. Let's get drunk, baby.
12. Okay, so whereas the first one, you had no issues with it, you're a little bit tipsy now.
Alrighty, tipsy's a good day for Ragnar. Now he's gonna order food. No, wait, he already ordered food. Now he's gonna wait
you
on this
you already ate breakfast.
Oh.
Order more food.
He got like 3 steaks, right?
Yeah? You already ate all 3 steaks.
Orders more food because he forgot he ate.
It took a... Did you not see the
roll a history check to remember if he ate or not.
Oh, fuck. Shit, hold on.
Oh, fuck.
Hold on, I was lighting on my rig. History check. Dirty 20.
You, strangely enough, you feel somewhat full, actually. Weird.
Today's a good night. Ragnar's just gonna sit there and think about all the information that he has based on what they need to do and what they're doing and where they need to go and what he wants or needs to do. He's gonna have some in-self-looking loathing time.
Alright. While you guys are in the tavern, is there anything you guys want to do in particular? Ragnar is currently in a state of self-reflection, as well as trying to remember his own name.
My name's Ragnar!
He's like leaned back in his chair, like in the dad pose, drumming on his fucking beer belly.
No, Ragnar's got like a 6-pack.
Not right now, he don't.
A 6-pack of beer, baby! Let's get it! Yeah!
He just had 3 steaks and like 2 beers at 10 in the morning. Dude is bloated as fuck. Don't try to tell me any different.
Trying to bring real life fucking semantics into our fantasy.
Semantics? That's not even what semantics are. But no,
Hi,
I don't think
how high are you?
Me or
It's
Ragnar?
Hi, how are you?
Both?
Hi, how are you?
How
No,
high
I-
first. Hi, how are you?
Alright. So with Ragnar in deep thought for the first time in a long time, is there anything else you guys would like to do in the meantime?
Can I go up to Ragnar and just kind of pat him on the shoulder, like poke him on the shoulder, try and get his attention?
Sure. You walk over, you start poking at Ragnar's shoulder more or less, just...
How tall is Parker?
Like 5'7".
How tall is Ragnar?
I think we already established 6'8".
God.
Kai, you're fucking trashed. What the fuck?
My face still kind of hurts. I'm sorry.
Homie rolled a nat 1 when he took a hit today.
On his con save?
Yeah, he got a fucking nat 1 on his real life con save.
I mean, to be fair, I got new shit, but that's besides the point. Okay, hi. Okay, yeah. You.
Jesus.
I am so sorry. He turns around and looks at Parker. Oh Jesus.
So you're a dragon thing.
Yes.
Wow, I call you cat, and everyone's like, that's racist. And then she's like, you're a dragon thing.
And he's a dragon thing.
Yes.
And you both kind of look alike. So do all dragon things look alike?
I mean,
Wow.
for the
That
majority, kinda. I mean, obviously, but kinda. I mean, all you cats look alike.
Roll an
All
insight check,
humans
Parker.
look alike to me. Everyone just looks alike to me. Except him, he looks like a cow man. He's gonna kind of like glance.
Alcoholic. Oh my fucking god.
You just noticed
Alcoholic. Holy shit.
It's so good.
It is so good. Did you do that yourself?
I did.
No, Chris
Okay, okay.
Chris
Round of
did it, yeah.
applause. Round of applause.
What? Wait, so you weren't going to applause if I did it for myself? You're like,
No,
oh,
I
that-
was gonna be
oh, it's
completely
super
shocked that
yeah,
you
no, I'm
were
fucking
capable
gone
of coming
right
up
now.
with alcoholic.
I'm fucking gone right now. Like, oh my god.
Yeah, that's why I was fucking in pure shock.
All right.
Dude, he
Um,
was fucking coherent enough. To
looking
make a
at-
pun.
Looking at Ragnar, you see that he's being honest. Like, a lot of Dragonborn do kind of look similar. There are distinguishing bloodlines and whatnot, but most of them are more noted in historical texts and whatnot.
Okay, she'll nod like she's gotten the information that she wanted and just turn around and leave.
He's gonna kind of like look at you leaving, like, what? He's just he's tipsy, so he just kind of looks back and continues on his merry way of.
Ragnar's like, damn, that cat kind of thick.
Bro, Aurora left for like 1 second and
Yeah.
he got cheat, dog.
Aurora who? Aurora Borealis.
Who's
you
that?
mean?
Whoa. You mean that bitch who carries around a spine? Nah.
I'm a scaly that's into furries, bruh. Let's get it.
I just never had the option before, but now we got one, and I mean...
That ain't no thing.
I'm sorry.
So,
You ever heard of Charizarding?
okay. So, after Parker leaves Ragnar, we'll cut over to Kai. Not to get. We'll cut over to Han right now.
Oh, good. Okay. Okay. Han wakes up,
You're already awake.
We're already awake.
Nope, I wake up.
We had our
Yeah, I
God
have
talk
breakfast. We have
Okay.
breakfast, all that, and it's like 10 in the morning, right?
Yeah, give or take.
Okay. Han's gonna look over at the group, and he's gonna go, well, I'm gonna get a early start on my day today, so I'm gonna go get some shopping done. If any of you want to come along.
Yeah, fuck it, why not? I'll join you.
Oh, sure. Okay, so
Cobalt will join you too.
all right, 3 of us are gonna head shopping. Han has some. Let's go to a bookstore first.
Oh shit, that's exactly what I... Alright.
Cool.
Alright, you look around for a bit. You eventually...
I'll ask around too if I need to.
Within a few minutes, I won't even have you roll an investigation check or anything.
Sure.
You do find a bookstore. It's not anything overly fancy. It's kind of half destroyed, but it's somewhat... In a weird way, it's kind of charming.
Oh, okay. I imagine there are like little candles inside and shit. It's cute.
Sort of, yeah, sort of. It's
Okay.
got that kind of like when you walk. It's like when you walk into like a privately owned bookstore instead of like a Kohl's or whatnot, or like any Chapters, where you just see like this one like human gentleman. I would probably say maybe early 70s at the youngest.
Ooh, okay.
He's got a bit of it. He's got a bit of a hunchback going on because just of his age and whatnot. He tries to like squint, try and see who's coming into the shop and whatnot. He goes, "Oh, hello there."
Hello, my friend. My friends and I believe we have some shopping to do at your store here. What kind of books would you say what are your most interesting books you would say you have?
Well, it's a little bit of a... I deal in all kinds of books, really.
Things of perhaps a supernatural nature, supernatural creatures, perhaps. Your lycanthropes, vampires, your things of that nature.
So
Anything?
It depends.
Like
Are
a
you
general,
looking?
like
Are you
a
looking
general
for like
monster manual?
non-fiction or fiction?
Non-fiction accounts of let's begin with vampirism, perhaps. In the local area, preferably, if possible.
All right, let me go see. He begins to like fold through a ledger more or less, looking through various accounts and whatnot. Eventually, he reaches a section which appears to be kind of a section dedicated to accounts of various sorts, whether it be accounts of just events that unfolded or events of things that are events of stories that have been spread around. He goes, well, vampirism in the local area is pretty, well, we've only had a couple of accounts, but he pulls out a small little, he pulls out a small tome. It's maybe about 20 pages, give or take. He goes, these, are probably, maybe 2 centuries old, but they might have something you're looking for, really.
That will do perfect for me. Thank you very much.
But if you're looking for something a little bit more outside the local area, I do have some information, perhaps.
I have full ears for you, my friend. Yes. Tell me.
Well, maybe 35 years ago, give or take, there was a vampire attack on a city of Kaisorin. Oh no, sorry, I said that wrong. On the city of Karassian in the Eastern Isles.
I got it. I get it.
Yeah, really took you that long?
It took me a little bit, yeah.
Do you have any written accounts of this attack?
Actually, yes. Give me 2 minutes. He steps through, no longer even in the storefront anymore, stepping through a admittedly kind of tattered curtain into a back room, and he pulls out a tome which appears to have several small inscriptions in the leather-bound tome.
Do you think there were any survivors?
There was someone. Well, the city survived itself. But, on the whole, it's, quite the strange event, really. Here.
And, how much do I owe you for these?
For the local one, I'll say 3 gold. For the
Done.
one in the Eastern Isles, I'll say 15. Only because it's a little bit more,
15?
comprehensive.
Ah. Very well. Done. Thank you. I believe my friend said some things they wanted as well.
Yeah, I've got a bit of a grocery list. Sorry.
Hey, Kellen, don't think I didn't look at general chat.
I'm sorry. I just woke up. I'm a little rough in the throat. I just had breakfast. You know, I'm real phlegmy, so if I cough, that's just what happens.
It's understandable, little goblin friend.
The little wasn't necessary. All right, so I've got a little bit of a grocery list of shit.
The little wasn't necessary.
What do you have for like instructional books on like potions or alchemy? Like one of the two, preferably both, but one of the two.
I'll be back.
Well, we do have what is referred to as the alchemical compendium.
That sounds fucking really like filled out. Could I stay here and read it, or like just flip through and take notes for like free or a smaller price?
Unfortunately, unfortunately, this is a business. I'm aware that I'm switching between voices. I can't decide on which voice I want to give this guy.
No, it's fine. Okay.
Unfortunately, I can't give much of a. I can't have that. I'll sell it to you for 20 gold.
All right. Okay, so 20 gold for the big ol' alchemical compendium. That sounds rad.
Yeah, so he pulls out. It's a rather hefty tome, actually.
Oh shit.
Maybe about 500 pages.
Oh, I thought you were about to say 500 pounds, and I was gonna be like, oh no, I'm good.
500 pages each,
thick boy,
going into detail on all the various alchemical reagents and whatnot, as well as other aspects of alchemy.
Oh fuck yeah, definitely buying that. All right, and so, shit, I just forgot. Do you have anything that like, so my friend here asked for vampires. I'm looking for a bit of a more broader scope. Do you have anything that's like a monster manual that has like, you know, like, oh, this is a this thing, you know, oh, this is a that thing, just to, you know, because our professions are a little dangerous, so it'd be nice to be a little bit prepared.
Unfortunately, I don't necessarily carry that.
Understandable. Now, do you have any nonfiction religious texts? More or less talking about like the deeds gods have done, but the gods themselves. So like, oh, what they're what they're all about, and who they are and stuff like that.
Yes, actually, I have something like that, perhaps. He pulls out a tome that's once again probably around 150 pages, and he sets it down on the table. It's... Does anyone in here currently speak Celestial?
No.
Alright. It's simply in common, because there is a Celestial reading as well as a common. It says the Prime and Lesser Pantheons, more or less a run through on the deities and what they encompass, more or less.
Wait, can't Mason read it?
Actually,
yeah, I totally can.
Actually,
yeah,
he can.
The Runekeeper.
I got you, bro. I remember.
Thank you, bro. I keep forgetting it. Thank you.
In Celestial, it says something similar, but it also mentions the Old Pantheon. It's more or less in common. It's discussing the current Pantheon as well as the various domains that the gods cover. But in Celestial, basically it's like on one page you have a god within the current Pantheon, and on another page you have the god that would be associated from the Old Pantheon.
Oh, okay.
That's cool. All right.
That's actually really cool. So it's like it's a complete like glossary of the deities.
Yeah,
and
it's
their counterparts in the Old Pantheon as well.
It's pretty generalized, but yes, there is
That's
some
super cool.
stuff that relates to. Well, I see that you're a bit of a religious fellow, so
a little, yeah.
We'll say 10 gold.
10 gold. All right. Shit, I forgot. How much was the other one? 30?
20.
20. All right. So total, it's 30.
I'll cover 15 for him on that.
All right.
Oh shit. All right.
So,
Thanks, man.
Simp.
All right. Does he have books that are on like shelves out in the
Yeah, there's several shelves and whatnot. It's all like he's not just going into the back room and whatnot and pulling out. He went into the back room once. He's actually has a ledger that has all of the locations of the books, and he's going through and bring them to you.
All right, okay. Then I'm gonna hand him the 15 gold and just be like, and you're all right if I just like browse and flip through some of the books and see if there's anything else.
Absolutely.
All right. And if I have any questions for where anything would be, I'll ask. And then Chellen's gonna look up at both Han and Cobalt and just be like, I'm gonna stick around here for like the next hour. I'll meet you guys back at the tavern or the camp.
Sure.
All right.
So I'm gonna hang out here for the next hour.
All right. Is there anything else you wanted to do in the meantime, Han?
No, I just wanted to get that shopping done.
All right.
50 gold.
Cobalt wants to go to a blacksmith.
All right. You find one.
Someone could sell maybe armor or something.
I'll go with him to the blacksmith, but I'm not looking to buy anything.
Sugar Daddy Han.
All right. You begin walking towards the north gate of town, and you notice you've noticed a familiar-looking shop. Mordeo's Menagerie.
Fuck, I wanted to do something at Mordeo's, but I forget now.
And
I'll remember it.
You walk over to there's a nearby blacksmith, It's actually just it's just an unnamed blacksmith, more or less. The half-elven man, he's actually rather lithe in his frame. Looks at you and goes, with a bead of sweat pouring down his face, goes, well, what do we have here?
Cobalt says, hello. I'm looking for someone who can help me out with some armor that I need made.
Well, I mainly deal with, metals and whatnot, so... I mean, if that's what you're looking for, then I'll gladly help you, but...
Could you possibly help me out with making a shield?
Hey, Cobalt.
Yes.
You do know that druids can't use any armor or shields that are made of metal, right?
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it actually says in the class description, it says that you can't actually use armor made out of metal or shields.
Leather, wood, and stone is good, but not metals.
Yeah.
I still don't see that. But
now you can still buy stuff at a blacksmith,
Yeah, you can still buy shit.
Gotcha.
A woodworker might be better off for what you're trying to go for.
Yeah.
If I'm being honest.
Yeah. I think I want to go see a woodworker instead. Never mind. Thank you for your time.
No problem. No problem. You begin to walk over to the close actually to where Pipit's shop is, Han.
Oh, okay.
And you see a water genasi man who it's not who you think it is.
This
water genasi, he is just trying. He looks like he's been out and about. Recently got some lumber in. There's wood chips scattered throughout the wood chips and wood shavings, scattered throughout the outside of his shop, and he goes, all right, hello there. How can I help you?
I was hoping that you could help me out. Blacksmith couldn't. I'm looking for a shield, maybe, or some armor if you work with leather at all.
I do some leather work, nothing too fancy. However, if I'm going to deal with leather, I do require the materials.
Gotcha. So what's about a shield?
A shield?
I currently have this one here, and I want to kind of show them my shield that I have and say, I just want something a bit stronger than this one.
Well, I can make the shield, but I can't enchant it.
That works for me.
All right, any special things about it you wish? A crest or whatnot?
I have some runes maybe that you could carve into it for me, and I want to kind of gesture to my staff and say, if you could just, whatever these runes you can carve into them.
All right, I'll take some time to shape the wood and whatnot. If you're in town within 2 days, we'll say.
All right. 2 days.
And I'll charge you 10 gold for it.
Sounds like a deal. Right.
Excellent.
Thank you very much.
Now, how I do business is you pay half up front and half when it's done.
No, that's fine. That's just fine. I can give you half.
Excellent, thank you.
And then I give them the 5 gold for now.
All right, come back in 2 days. We'll be made.
All right, thank you very much.
Chris?
Yep.
I just want to ask real quick, what was the name of the Pantheon book?
It was Gods and Goddesses, the Divine Inquiry.
Okay, thank you.
Damn, you got like a research paper, dog, with a name like that.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, I would say that. Is there anything else you guys want to do while you're out and about?
How many
I'm
days
done.
has it been since we like left here to go to Felwith?
Well, it was 3 days. I would say it's probably been close to a week.
Okay. And how long is the journey to Felwith?
About 3 days.
Fuck. Okay. Then I'm good. That's all.
Yeah, I'm not actually gonna ask him about smut.
I totally thought you were going to, and I wish you
No.
If you want, if you want to, I'm not saying he's not going to, but I'm not going to say he does either.
I was thinking about it, and then I was like, nah, Chellen's not actually into that. Ronan would. Chellen wouldn't.
Yeah, but you don't know. You could. It could be your
Chellen
gift
seems like a lonely
Han.
guy.
Yeah, you know what? It will be a favor. I'll be paying it forward.
Oh my god. He's
All right.
gonna do it.
So as my hour at the bookstore kind of grows near, maybe like 15 minutes of kind of browsing but not really picking up anything, Chellen's gonna walk up to the counter and be like, all right, now this is a bit of a weird request. I'm just wondering if you have any how do I phrase this? Shit, man, I don't know how to phrase this. I was wondering if you had any book, non-fiction. I'm not much of a non-fiction reader, but this is
Hey,
for
hey, Han.
Yeah.
I'm going to ask you this. Would you like to try and collect Chellen in the meantime? Only because I think this would be a great scene to unfold.
walk in.
You know, I want to say Chellen is a grown man and he can handle himself. But at the same time, I know Chellen better than that.
Yeah.
So I am going to go to the bookstore to check up on him.
All right. So Chellen, how do you want to explain to this man that you want to buy smut?
All right, look, man, I'm just looking to buy some fucking hot smut. All right, I'm just saying that.
His eyes, one of his left eye goes wide. His right eye, kind of like the muscles in it are a little bit weak, but he tries to like open them wide, and he goes, "Okay then."
I'm a lonely little goblin, man. Some of my friends, they're pretty lonely.
I'm not gonna judge you for it.
Damn straight you won't.
But it's gonna cost you a pretty penny.
All right, man. I don't have that much
Hey
money.
guys, I'm here.
What's the lowest we're talking? Actually, lowest is probably gonna be bad, but
The cheapest one I have. It's called Knights in Typhus.
oh god.
Oh.
And I will sell it to you for a single gold coin.
Ooh, cheap smut.
As long as I would say Han is walking in as soon as Chellen basically asks what's the cheapest you got?
Yeah. Chellen just looks
So I walk in and I hear, what's the cheapest you got? Right? Is that what I'm...
Chellen just looks over at Han and just goes, I'm looking to buy some smut, man. Shut up.
Oh, that works out. That's what I was coming back for.
Fuck yeah. All right, brother.
Gonna walk up to the counter. What's he giving you?
All right, well, his cheapest one is 1 gold piece. All right, it's Knights at Typhus. Knights at Typhus.
No, Knights in Typhus.
Knights in Typhus.
There's a smut book about this city.
Yeah, that's concerning.
It's concerning I didn't hear about it sooner. Only
I'm
1
curious.
gold?
I'm curious, dude.
How many copies do you have, my friend?
Sadly, I have 3 copies.
I will take one.
Yeah, fuck it. I'll take one too.
It's a smut about my city, and I didn't even know about it. I can't believe this.
Yeah. No, I'll take a one for the smut as well. Now, what's your highest quality? Not highest price, but highest quality. In your personal opinion, what is the best one?
Probably Tusk Glove. Blatant Critical Role reference, but I couldn't think of a smut name.
Yeah, no, that's fair. I don't care. All right, now that sounds.
I love that Hans like had to run from his computer.
What? What's that one about?
I
know, motherfucker. Now I'm testing you.
It's a rather saucy romance novel about a tiefling woman falling in love with a half-orc man named Oscar.
Okay.
Unfortunately, I can't say I've read it myself, but I've heard some good things.
Lying asshole.
Insight. I'm inciting him.
What are you inciting
Lying
for?
fucking
He
asshole.
said he hasn't read much of Tusk Glove.
Bullshit! He just said it's the highest quality book here.
Right?
Front to back multiple times, dog.
79. Okay.
I wish that was a 69. Damn it.
Yeah, you're 10 off of nice. Okay. So, Shellen. As soon as you start trying to grill this old man, and he is just he's incredibly hard to read.
Yeah.
But you also get the sense that he is being totally honest when he says that he hasn't read it, and two, that this is the highest quality smut the city has to offer.
Yeah, all right. How much is Tusk Glove, though? Because I'm not breaking the bank on porn, all right?
It is a 35 gold.
30? Fuck that. That, like I said, I'm not breaking the bank on porn.
30 gold breaks your bank?
35, dude. I don't... That's
I mean, my point.
All right. Now, what is... So I'm not looking for, like, crazy,
Jeez.
I'm looking for more, I don't know how to phrase this. I'm looking for some classy stuff. What do you got that's kind of classy? High class.
You're buying smut. It's not going to be the highest of class.
Yeah, I said don't fucking judge me.
That wasn't judgment. That wasn't judgment.
No, it's not judgment, Chellen. He's just saying
a customer is a customer, but
sounded like
is this your first time participating?
Hey man, I was happily married a few years ago. That's all gone. Give me my smut.
He's getting fucking aggressive about it. Holy shit.
I apologize, little goblin man, but I apologize, little goblin man, but smut is not exactly the highest. It's not very highbrow on the majority of the occasions.
Chilling. Oh shit!
Han's gonna lean over the desk and he's gonna go, I'm going to ask something that perhaps my goblin friend does not have the experience with this sort of thing to be polite in asking. What is your highest quality piece of art, I would say? I'm talking leather bound, exquisite colors, character depth that is only rivaled by how deep he goes. You know what?
I thought you were asking for like hentai or some shit, like straight up.
He basically is.
No, not like drawn stuff, but like a big fat book.
Han's asking for dojins.
I'm asking for a fat book of good quality smut is basically what he's out here asking for.
Well,
there is no price limit.
There most definitely is.
Not for me.
All right, well, that's on you.
Well, can't believe I'm gonna fucking say this.
Oh God. Let's hope your mom walks in right now.
Oh, my mom's at work, so I'm covered there.
Damn it.
That'd be even scarier when she does walk in. She just fucking materializes behind
I don't
you.
even think I can say it without like laughing while trying to say it. Because it's a pun on D&D, and I hate it so much.
Yeah.
All right, I'm definitely here for it.
I can't even say it. Actually, I can't.
Don't be a pussy.
You have to.
Don't come on.
I'll type it in general. I'll type it in general. I
literally can't say it.
Fucking pussy.
Dungeons and dildos.
That's exactly what it was.
Yes.
Not even joking. That is exactly what it was.
That's amazing.
Well, my friend, and what does the book look like? Like, is it like leather bound, bright colored?
It is very very well done. It's a leather bound tome. Some nice black ribbon holding it in place. There's a slight across the back where the synopsis of the story is. There's a slight bit of lace over the top of it.
Ooh!
And
how much is this beautiful work of art?
It's just a porn parody cover of the player's handbook.
Pretty much, yeah. He just looks at you and goes, "This is quite a collector's item. So I'm going to have to say 300 gold."
Oh fuck! Did you just say done? It's $300.
I hope you enjoy yourself.
Believe me, I will. Thank you so much for your kindness and patronage. I can't believe I came here to see Chellin get played, and I turned out to get played, dog. 300 gold. Worth it, bro.
I'm
200
Now I have to look up artwork for
oh god.
For a porn parody of the player's handbook.
I'm already on it, bro. I'm already on it.
I'll let you look that up, man. I have some I don't want to be the one to look that shit up.
We have standards.
Oh my god, it's an actual. Oh my god, it's an actual thing. Oh my god, I found it. I found it instantly.
For real?
Yeah, I wish I were joking.
What's in the NSFW?
I got you.
Jesus Christ, what have I done?
Dude, you did this, Mason.
I typed, dude. All I did.
Dude, I'm playing a tiefling.
I opened up hold up. I opened up a fucking incognito tab. I typed in Dungeons and Dildos, the first image, dude. The first fucking
shit.
No way.
Oh no.
Holy shit.
A Ren Fair experience. What?
It's a carnival, huh?
Mason, you just bought the Ultra Smut. You now gain 100% shame.
No! What do you mean? No, you're wrong. I have no shame about this purchase. I am Han, bro. There is no.
I'm joking, of course.
Negative.
Yeah, I did too.
I thought he was about to bust out like a plus.
Aurora's back.
Players here. I was like, what the fuck?
Players online or away at least.
Was it 350?
It was 300. 300.
Okay.
Oh, it was 300. I thought it was 350. Yup.
All right. So
Army Gorblin.
Army Gorblin.
all right. So with your Ultra Smut purchase.
Yeah, Chellin does buy smut for the plot though.
Sure.
That's why he just spent 300 gold on an amazing book.
He's just like,
it's secretly just like an actual porn parody of Dungeons and Dragons.
That's okay, because Dungeons and Dragons doesn't exist here, right? In this universe. So that means it's just a high quality, really good smut. You're right?
Yeah, that's how that works.
Chris, are you gonna start writing Dungeons and Dildos for us?
No, I am not writing that. I would be willing to write it.
All right.
But I would need. I'll let Priya write. Actually, I'll let Priya and Blair.
Hear what Chris was gonna say.
I would be willing to write it, but I'm gonna need some money for that.
I got $2.
I'm gonna ask Blair to write. To write.
I'll pay you 300 real dollars.
I will write it, but I can't promise that the sex will be like accurate. I don't know how sex works.
All right, then I'll cover the.
They touch each other, and then they come.
They kiss, and now she is pregnant. She is pregnant.
I just added her, and I was like, "Can I get you to write a D&D porn parody?"
Did you really just bring it out?
Yeah, I did fucking general.
Oh. Imagine her fucking like dad looks at her phone and just goes, what?
All right. So Han buys himself some. It's actually in a weird way a sex role-playing game.
What the fuck? Wait.
Oh shit! Like it's a whole game. It's
oh yeah.
Actually like sex D&D.
It's not like D&D. It's like. It's the way I would describe it is that it's like you basically take it is a role-playing game that the characters know of. It's pretty rare though.
Oh my fucking.
Oh shit! Really? So Han just nabbed like a rare collector's role-playing game.
Yeah.
Oh yes, it was so worth it.
Dude, you got.
So...
Wait, look at what I just fucking found. Oh my
We're
god.
camping for long periods of time, guys. I got us.
Oh
all right.
no.
So, with if that's all the smut shopping we want to do this session.
Oh yeah, Chellen's putting his book in his bag, and
that's
deep down in his bag, and he's carrying the other 2 books.
That's my shopping done for the next like 10 sessions.
All right. You begin to walk back to the tavern. I imagine Cobalt's already returned to the tavern in the meantime.
Yeah, he wasn't part of the smart shopping.
Oh man, fucking prude.
You each return to the tavern. Cobalt about 10 or so minutes beforehand. Han and Chellen, you arrive at the same time. When you arrive, you see Ragnar is, I imagine, still just. He's recovered from being tipsy, but he's still rather.
He's still drinking. He's not.
Yeah.
He's not heavily drinking, but he's gone through a couple more beers, but not all at once. Oh
what the fuck,
God.
Ronan? What the fuck?
I don't think it's actually about Cobalt, but.
I don't know. I found this.
Just read at the very end what it's featuring.
Featuring punk rock elf chicks, death metal orcs, porn addicted beholders, a goblin halfling love affair, a gnoll orgy, and a magical dildo that holds the secrets of the universe.
God damn.
I think we just violated TOS 10 times over.
Sorry, Twitch.
Yeah, sorry guys.
If you like,
I know you guys just banned Doc, but don't ban us, please.
If you like satires that are highly imaginative, subversive, gory, funny as hell, and completely surreal. What?
Oh, fuck. Okay.
The very first line of the very first thing it asks is, "Are you ready to play some Dungeons and fucking Dragons?"
All
right.
Oh my god, yeah. I'm sure there's a plot you had planned for this session, so that's.
Actually, no. This was because I knew Blair was gonna be out of town. I figured it'd be a downtime session.
Oh, okay.
What
Okay, so
the fuck did I just find?
Thank God.
Fucking Blair.
I just found something called the baby Jesus butt plug.
All right. So you return back to the tavern. Chellin is very clearly
No, I'm gonna try to hide
fixated
that shit.
on
I'm gonna try to hide all emotion.
roll a deception
I've got
check.
the book hidden in my bag, and the whole walk back I've been just like, alright, no, I'm fine. I don't have a fucking point in my bag, I'm good. Nat 20, baby. That's the 17.
Normally that would work. Except for there's, as you walk in, you see that a number of goblins have entered the a small family, actually, 4 or 5 of them to be exact. The goblin father is ruffling his daughter's hair. His wife dealing with his 2 small sons. And Chillin, can you make a wisdom save?
Yeah, one second. Yep. Wisdom save, you said?
Yep.
He's making an IRL wisdom save right now.
Yeah, give me a second. $30, $20.
You look at the family, and for the briefest moment,
I hate downtime sessions.
Why? They're great.
Fuck you. Oh shit.
You look at the family. And you remember what you could have had. But you also realize now that if everything hadn't unfolded the way it had, you wouldn't have found Aurora. And to a certain extent, you take some, not joy in the misery that you've been experiencing for the past number of years, but a sense of reflection, of pain that has become dulled thanks to your surrogate daughter.
Han is still next to me, right?
Yep.
Alright, I'm gonna hand him my books. I'm gonna hand him the alchemical compendium and the divine inquiry.
Yeah.
And I'm just gonna be like, take these for a second.
Mm-hmm. You okay?
And then I'm gonna walk up to them. And I'm gonna walk up to them with like, not like a creepy smile, but just like a, and I'm like, hey, where are you guys from? I haven't seen goblins, much less a goblin family, in a long time, so it's a comforting sight to see.
Stranger danger.
Actually, we're from the Shade Merc. I can't do a goblin voice, I'm sorry.
No, that was good, bro.
Give me a second. I wasn't ready for that either. It's like, oh shit, I'm from the Shade Merc too.
He pulls his wife in closer and says, "Hey, Rel."
Hold up, what? Wait, what the fuck did he just call her? Wait, no, pause everything. I don't have the paper right in front of me, so now I gotta scroll through our DMs real quick.
Fucking Aurora missing an integral part of her father's
An integral part of her father's story, bro. How messed up of her.
Are you? I do not like you right now, Chris. All right.
How inconsiderate of her.
Okay. let's continue. Right? Oh, that's a very pretty name.
She
Fuck, man. I don't know.
she takes the daughter and says, "Tulip, will you go up to the room really quick and just grab our pack? We're about to leave town."
Yeah, I was just gonna. Challen's kind of just like, he was kind of looking at them, but after he heard both of their names, he kind of just like looks down at the floor and spaces out and goes, and Challen is standing there, frozen, just kind of making the same confused sound, staring at the floor, just, yeah,
Let it go.
and yeah, Challen has gone from friendly to very weird very quickly. Got that 1,000-yard stare. And then I'm gonna turn around and I'm just gonna walk out.
Hey,
We're in the
Challen.
tavern, right?
Hey, Challen.
Yeah.
Your vision comes back to you.
Are you?
You're standing beside Han. The goblin family is gone. Almost as though they never existed.
Drink right fucking now.
Ooh,
We're at the tavern, right?
You're at the tavern.
I point at the bartender. I go, bartender, I don't want any of that sand keg shit. I want something strong that won't fucking make me paralyzed. You got that?
Ragnar fucking raises his arm up across the bar and like, over here.
All right. I'll see what I can do.
I want that fucking cup the size of my head. I swear to God.
He pulls out the largest flagon in the place. It's about the size of Ragnar's head.
I go, that'll fucking do.
I have a feeling Ronan's mad at me now.
Oh no, I'm not. I'm not.
Chellen's mad.
Chellen's mad. Chellen doesn't know what the fuck just happened. I'm not. I genuinely am not. This is actually really fun.
I know. All right. So, Chellen, the bartender comes out with a flagon about the size of Ragnar's head. Han, you've never seen Chellen like this before.
No, I have not.
And all your time sleeping together.
Han's gonna approach the bar as well. Gonna order a drink for himself. Very much of the same strength that Chellen just got. And when he gets the drink, he's gonna kind of let's head to the table with the rest of the party.
I'm staying at the bar right now, man.
You okay?
Yeah, no, I'm fine.
Han pulls the pipe out of his bag of holding. He's like, "You need some relaxation."
He sounds like good.
Chellen looks over the pipe, and just goes, "Yeah, maybe later."
All right.
I'm just gonna kind of drown myself out here.
Well, if you need anything, I'll be over there. But it seems you need some time alone. So
yeah, I do.
Han's gonna take his pipe and his drink and go sit with the others and light up and smoke while he drinks and sits with them and be like, "Ha ha!"
Ragnar's gonna cheer when you come over, like, yeah!
Ah! Over there.
Ah!
All right.
Drowns his drink.
Ah!
Roll a con save.
All right. Die roll.
Thing is, Han didn't specify what he was drinking, though.
No, just a strong drink.
Yeah, I did specify not sandbag.
Han.
I said whatever he's having as well. So whatever chunk.
Enough.
I hope I got.
Fair enough.
He might have fucked me.
Bartender's like, no, fuck you. I'm giving you sand.
He's like, I saw that elf shit you pulled the other day.
I'm giving you some fuck potion, bro.
You down the drink as quickly as possible, and you kind of go. How much of a lightweight would you say Han is offhand?
He's not a super lightweight, but there are times where he does something stupid like down an entire tankard, and it can hit him in the ass. So
okay, so yeah, you down a tankard about the size of Ragnar's head, and yeah, I'll say for the next hour, or actually no, for the next 2 hours, you are intoxicated.
Woo! Another!
Any charisma checks, intelligence checks, or wisdom checks, so basically all soft skill checks, will be at disadvantage.
Sure, okay.
Ragnar's gonna fucking cheer. He's like, yeah! And downs another one himself.
Roll a con save.
Woo!
What's the drinking age in Typhus?
How old's Parker offhand?
18.
Oh no!
You're actually too young.
Oh
What?
no!
Oh
And
no!
an 8.
Oh.
Okay, so
Ragnar's
Ragnar.
gonna die of alcohol poisoning. Oh shit.
No. What's gonna happen is Ragnar. Can I get you to roll me a d8?
Dude, Han rolled
Make a mess
and
and
still
piss
handled
off
his
that
alcohol better than Ragnar.
Hold up.
Oh.
Sorry, I'm trying to pick up food right now. D8.
Yep.
Yeah, can I get you to roll me a d8?
Yay, 6.
6. Okay. So Ragnar, for the next 4 hours, you have no memory of what's going to happen.
Oh no.
He fucking like blacked out.
So what's going to happen is Ragnar is currently blacked out. Anything that happens to Ragnar, he will not remember. So this is your time to fuck with him.
But they don't know this. But they don't know this.
Some of us who are more experienced drinkers probably knows what a blackout drunk
No!
guy looks like.
Tell you what, I'll say this. If you want to roll an insight check on Ragnar to see how fucked he is right now, you can.
I will because I
want
know it'll
to.
be at disadvantage.
I want
2 nat 20s. What was that? Cobalt?
I got a 20.
Oh my god.
Okay, so yeah, Cobalt and Han, the two of you look at Ragnar and immediately you're like, yeah, he's a bit fucked. So this is your time. For the next 4 hours, Ragnar will have no memory of what has happened.
Chellin, when he does get his drink, doesn't drink it right away. Just kind of sits there at the bar, kind of just staring out into space, staring at the drink. He just kind of reaches into his gold pouch and just kind of pulls out. We're just gonna roll a d10. Pulls out 4 gold. And just kind of puts it. And just goes, if that doesn't cover it, I got more. And
It's fine.
I'm gonna chug like a quarter of that fucking thing.
All right, make a con save. Okay.
Woo! I'm getting drunk.
Helen, you are tipsy right now. You're not shit-faced, you're not drunk, you're tipsy. Your tiny goblin constitution isn't going to really support your... Granted, Ragnar's constitution of a dragonborn also didn't help him with that, to be fair.
Ragnar's fucking singing fucking like sea shanties right now. Like,
All right, Ragnar, roll
fucking
a
bellowing.
history check at disadvantage to see what sea shanties you know.
But I have
Han
the
knows
one in
some
my
if you can't come
mind.
up with any. Han learned some.
Okay, 12 and 12.
12 and 12. Okay. You start singing "Hoist the Colors."
I don't fucking know that song. Hold on.
He's googling "Hoist the Colors" sea
Hoist
shanty.
the Colors by Hans Zimmer. Oh, it's that one. Okay. Hold on.
By Hans Zimmer.
And
By Hans Zimmer.
damn, bro. All right.
All right, so yeah, Ragnar, you get up on a table, you start singing at the top of your lungs that you're. I'm not gonna be singing "Hoist the Fucking Colors." I don't know.
Wait,
that
give me a
song.
second. Give me a second.
Pop it in music, yeah.
Yeah, no. Then it'll be off. Then it'll be off. Hold on.
Okay, you want to sing it?
He's gonna say that he's watching it right now. I bet.
Yo, shut up. I can't hear the kids singing. No way, I can do this. Echo. Oh, it's unplugged.
Why not just put it in Groovy?
Because then it would be off. I would be like 3 seconds behind.
Oh, I see what you mean. He wants to, okay, you're actually.
Oh, yeah, like I'm gonna like turn my mic sensitivity down so it's just gonna be like way in the background for you guys.
Oh my god.
I'm just gonna fucking sing along with it. So go ahead, do your thing, do your thing.
All right.
Do your things. This is just for some flavor.
Han singing with him like, yo,
all together, hoist the colors, heave ho, thieves and beggars, never
they're doing
shall
that.
we die.
Can Parker go over to Chellin and just stare at him?
Sure.
Chellen's gonna take, doesn't really, pay much mind to Parker. Kind of just like a distant, just like a, hey. And is gonna take another fucking, not like full swig, but another, yeah, swig. Not like chugging it at this point, but feeling the buzz. He's gonna,
Yeah, you go from tipsy to buzzed, I'll say.
yeah. And then, what, Chellin doesn't know this, and he doesn't really care. Just slides the tankard over to Parker and just goes, "Here you go, kid. I'm gonna go lay down." And Doot goes upstairs, picks one of our 3 rooms, and just plops himself down on a bed.
Parker looks at the drink and goes, I can't drink this.
Do the doors have locks?
No, actually, they don't.
Alright, that's fine. I don't have a lock spell or anything, so he just closes the door. And lays back first on the bed. And fuck it, he's gonna try to commune with the Jacques.
Alright.
Not really setting anything up, just kind of laying on the bed.
Alright, you close your eyes, you begin muttering a few holy words to try and call to your god, to try and seek guidance in this moment, and
That was weak.
a few moments pass. It goes from 30 seconds to a minute to 5 minutes, until eventually you hear, "Yes, Chellin, what do you seek?"
Fuck was that? Did you see that? Did you do that? Is that you? Or is that someone else, man? That was... If that was you, that was fucked up.
I apologize, but What did you see?
I don't know if it was, but it was like a hallucination when I walked in. It was, I don't think it was me, but there was another goblin family. The wife had the same name as my wife, and the daughter had the same nickname at least. And I don't know, man. I wasn't ready for that, you know. For a second I was like, fuck, is that a shock? I bought that smut kind of just as a joke, And I haven't been the best cleric, but I like to think I try hard. I'm doing good by me, doing good by other people. And if that's not what you want, I don't want to say this, but I might have to reconsider other options. And I don't want to do that. But
you are doing fine, Chella.
Scared.
Things can be scary, and I understand. But you just need the strength to carry on. Remember the fallen, but to keep on with your duty.
Alright.
And in the corner of the room, you see a... Sorry, not in the corner of the room. In the window, you see a single white dove just outside.
Seeing the dove, I'm gonna get up and I'm gonna go to the encampment, and walk up to Corden. Like, I'm here to get you guys more food. I can cast create food and water for you guys right now, and then if you want, I can grab like a bow or something and try to grab some deer.
I'm not going to ask you to go hunting for us. It's... To be truthful, the food that you've gotten us has lasted the few days it's been since you came back. And I will...
You cut out there for a second.
He says, to be honest, with the food you guys brought back before, we don't really need any more. I would thank you if you could create food and water for us, but we're in a, I wouldn't say a good spot, but we're better than we were before.
Alright. I cast create food and water kind of to the side.
He places a hand on your shoulder, and once again you see a dove just flying in the nearby vicinity.
If I kind of disappeared from the party, I didn't really tell anyone where I was going. If they come here looking for me, just tell them I went into the woods to take a walk. I know it's not really safe, but
if you don't go too far, you'll be fine.
All right. And then yeah, I'm gonna go take a walk in the forest and try to play my flute. I'm gonna get a little bit of space so I don't disturb too many people. And I'm gonna play my flute.
Okay. I'll say this: give yourself a free D4.
For the roll?
No, because that dove was a sign. Yeah, it is a. In essence, it's a guidance spell.
Okay.
In essence, Hashok is attempting to guide you right now.
Oh, sweet.
You're going through a pretty tough time, and he, despite being a somewhat distant god, does not relish the pain of his acolytes.
Oh yeah, so let's add this D4 to this performance. Ah, fuck. Alright, and then the performance, so 14.
14. Strangely enough, despite how you aren't the most gifted goblin when it comes to playing the flute, but you feel in essence, you feel the warm embrace of what might be the spirit of what might be like a kindred spirit or something, you just feel a warm hug over just enveloping you right now. The warmth fades to the cold winter air, and you're alone in the woods.
I'm gonna try to like find a fairly sturdy branch in a tree, climb it, and just kind of rest on that branch.
All right. Roll out. I won't even have you roll in athletics. I'll say that with the gauntlets of overpower, you managed to climb up relatively easily. I'm going to cut back to Kai now.
All right.
My mother told me.
All right. I'll be right back. I'm gonna take a
someday I
drink.
would buy. That's what Ragnar's doing. He's just singing.
Oh yeah, Han's joining him in the shanties.
Galley
All right.
with good oars, sail to distant
Han,
shore.
can I get you to roll a perception check because Ragnar is far too intoxicated?
And I'm less so? Okay. First.
At disadvantage.
Oh, right, disadvantage. Good comms. Good comms.
Stand up on the brow.
Hey!
More geisty.
Okay. You see for a moment, you see a couple of ravens fly through the open windows. And then a familiar-looking man walking through, a cane in his right hand, and he takes a seat at a nearby table.
What would you do with a drunken sailor? What would you
do with a drunken sailor? What would you do with a drunken sailor early in the morning? I was watching. Han snaps his fingers, and Sal kind of manifests near his feet, and he goes, go watch him for me.
Way up she rises,
way up she rises, way.
All right, so with your 14 perception check, you do recognize the man. It is Percival.
I figured. That's why I'm having Sal go over, and Sal's gonna kind of sit on the bar, so he's not like near Percival, but he's able to watch Percival.
Stab that bitch in the back with the
Hans is gonna ask Sal to let him know if Percival does anything like cast spells, that kind of stuff.
All right.
And Sal can detect invisibility too, so if there's any fuck shit going on, he'll let me know about that too.
Stab the bitch in the back with the rusty razor early in the morning.
Yeah, that's all. But that's all Han's gonna do about that. He's not gonna confront Sal or Percival because he doesn't want to ruin the vibe that everyone's got going right now.
Literally only you and Ragnar have going right now.
I'm thinking maybe some people in the tavern are kind of
vibing with us.
Yeah.
All right. Cobalt, you're watching the merriment of Kai and Han. You see Percival walk into the room. Just sit at a far corner table, more or less. Is there anything you want to do at this time?
I want to want to have a drink as well.
Woo!
I'm gonna join
We're
the party.
completely ignoring what he wants us to do, guys.
Noon o'clock, drinking round the clock, baby.
Let's give him something here, guys.
Woo!
Don't worry, if nothing happens, Han will go over. Don't worry, I got your back here.
While Ragnar is singing and looking around, would he glance over Percival, and would he even recognize him?
Strangely enough, you look over at Percival, and you're too intoxicated to you're having like not even double. You're having quadruple vision right now.
You don't even recognize him.
Like you see one, and then like your eyes kind of cross, and then in a weird way, you kind of get that moment where it's like you're seeing two at one, but doubled.
Well, then at that point, Ragnar very drunkenly is going to fucking slam his fist on the table and shout, "Around for everyone here!"
You do know you're standing on the table, right?
I stomp on the table, and he calls out, "Around for everyone here!" And he fucking just... Hey! We getting fucking turned, bro. And he fucking reaches into his bag of holding, pulling out a smaller bag, reaching into that, and pulling out another smaller bag filled with exactly 20 gold and tossing it onto the bar.
All right, make an athletic, make a range. I'll say just make a roll d20.
Roll d20. Oh, I can just do this over here, and then 8.
So you are like, you kind of go for like a weird throw. You throw the satchel of coin into the air, but the knot that was tied kind of falls apart mid throw as it sprays gold coins everywhere. You watch as several people just run around trying to collect all the gold coins. You just initiated a bar fight.
Woo! He's gonna stomp on the fucking table. He's gonna fucking put all of his belongings into the bag of holding. Fucking tie that shit to his body like securely, like ain't no one getting that shit off. He's gonna fucking jump right in.
All right, let me.
Is it a fight? Like, are people throwing hands?
Yeah.
Han's getting involved, baby. He's just diving in there with a haymaker, like wow, boom.
Okay, I'm going to handle this in a more narrative way because I don't feel like rolling initiative for 17 people.
Yeah.
So.
Can Parker take someone's eyes out?
Whoa!
That might get us some actual charges.
If any of you are looking over in Percival's direction right now, you just see him kind of shake his head, stand up, and just walk out of the tavern.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No. Imagine that's all he was here for.
Hey, yeah, Ragnar did buy him around, so...
Yeah, no, Ragnar didn't buy anyone around. Ragnar threw gold coins in the air.
Oh, that's right.
The gold splattered on the floor, dog.
I was gonna say, ain't nothing but a thing, and throw another one over.
Alright, roll a d20.
Oh, wait. No, but I already jumped into the fight, though. Is this the d20 for the fight?
Jumped in.
I'll say that any attacks you make in this bar fight are at disadvantage because you're blackout right now.
Can I rage and then frenzy and then and then not have disadvantage or reckless attack?
This was a downtime session.
Still say it's pretty downtime.
Wait, but I'm level 5, so I get 2 attacks per turn. Let's go.
No one's revealed that their patron is
but
like.
He's doing it narratively. It's not like a standard combat.
Oh yeah, huh? All right, fucking.
We're just fighting. I'm not worried about what happens. Han's just fighting.
He's not gonna throw the first punch, but he's gonna wait for someone to come at him, and then he, like as of now, he's just drunkenly fucking ready. He's just waiting.
It's the fucking scene from the first King.
You're, in a way, yes, but instead of it being like Colin Firth just kicking ass, it's a drunk dragonborn that's barely standing. One guy's just gonna make a quick, just gonna throw a single punch at you, Ragnar.
Oh, let's fucking go. Ragnar's time to miss, bitch.
13 to hit.
Miss. He's gonna fucking grin, like not a bloodthirsty grin, just like a oh fuck yeah, let's fucking do this. And he's just gonna fucking wail on this. Well, not wail. He's gonna do like one, dude. Like he's gonna like pull his arm back and fucking just boom.
Bro, these are citizens.
All right.
With 4 HP.
Okay, 22.
22 hits.
And 18 because I was at disadvantage. I'm like, I'm not trying to kill the dude.
Regardless.
I will take the minimum amount, but I'm just trying. He's just having fun. He's not trying to kill no one.
That might not be in
the minimum damage that you can deal is 6.
What? No, oh no, it's 7.
Is it?
Hey, you wanna know what you can? You want no. You wanna know what you can do to avoid killing somebody?
What?
Just say that you're going to knock them out.
I'm knocking them out.
Explicitly say it's non-lethal.
You have to say it's non-lethal.
It is non-lethal, my dude.
Lethal.
This is all consensual.
But then he can totally rule that you're blackout drunk and can't control that. So
That's true.
I reasonably could. Yeah.
That's fair.
Damn, that would drive the narrative so fucking hard in a direction that I'm not ready for that. But if we doing it, let's fucking do it.
I wanted disturbing the peace, but I couldn't find that one.
Is he blackout drunk and can't control, or is he vibing?
He just.
I'll go with anything. Bro.
I'll say that you're blackout, but I'm also going to rule that anyone you would have killed is just severely wounded.
Let's fucking go. What? Bam!
Thank God.
Thank fuck. Yeah.
That's his first, and then he just like he's not gonna hit anybody more than once because he or even drunk he's gonna like, oh yeah, they're down, just after one punch. So someone
still got honor.
Yeah, he's not a douchebag when drunk. Just because he's drunk, don't make him a fucking douchebag.
Mm-hmm.
He's just stupid.
All right.
Even more stupid.
That's debatable.
Oh, you wanna? All right.
Me smarter when drink.
Let's do this.
Okay, so yeah, the guy. You kind of like. You take, in a way, what happens is he goes for his punch. You see it, predict it, and you just go for a big boot right to his elbow, and the bone snaps.
Oh no. Not that bad. No. Fuck it. We're doing it. He in the heat. We're in the heat.
Two of them are going to.
Telling me what your heart
Two of them are going to attempt to grapple you.
Heat of the moment, shining your eyes. What do I need to roll for this? Uh-oh.
I think you.
Okay, so I rolled it at advantage just because I don't have to roll twice. Yeah, 19 for each.
What does this do? What are we doing?
It's a contested roll, so you have to attempt to break the grapple.
With the strength?
The flat strength roll, yeah.
Okay. Oh wait, that's not the right one. 21.
Ooh. Yeah.
Yeah.
You break the grapple, and yeah, they are currently in the midst of a hugging contest now.
Not gonna lie, bros. Seems kind of gay. He's gonna leave him alone.
They quickly turn. They're like, "Who the fuck are you?"
It's like the Spider-Man meme.
Who the fuck are you? They both turn their head, and they go. They would look. They have that moment where it's like they look at you, back at them, you back at each other, and they go. If we work together, we take that guy down.
Oh, yeah. He's gonna hear this, and he's gonna be like, spin around. He's gonna like.
Teaming is a bannable offense.
Nah, bro, he's gonna pound on his chest. He's gonna go, Fuck yeah! Whoa!
All right. The first one is going to go for a leg sweep.
Does Han see two guys ganging up on Ragnar?
He does not hit. You might not see two dudes ganging up on him. You might see Ragnar beating the shit out of two dudes.
Yeah. So the guy, he goes for the leg sweep, but Ragnar, your NFL running back size legs.
Yeah.
You're not getting tripped by this fucker. The other guy is going to go for like an elbow is going to go for like a forearm shot straight to like your snout sort of thing.
Basically, anything under a 20 is not. Actually, you know what? Because I said I took everything off, so my AC without that is just all right. So anything under an 18 is not going to hit.
Okay. So yeah, he goes for the shot at you. You kind of take the hit, but you don't take any damage from it. You're just like, you just fucked up, bud.
Oh yeah, no. Ragnar is going to. He still has on his boots a jump. He's gonna do like a fucking flip around this dude and like
that. Oh, in my mind, I thought of that scene in fucking the first Shrek, where Fiona does the jump and the Matrix spin.
She pauses midair and flips her hair out of her fucking face.
And then kicks both of them, just bow.
No, he's not gonna do. He's gonna. I'm not even gonna have me roll for this because he's gonna very drunkenly fucking like kind of like walk forward and kind of like hop like imagine the movie Hancock when he's like just kind of throws himself around kind of like that, and then just fucking land in between them and then just fucking go at the one that didn't kick him or didn't try to leg sweep him.
All right, so the guy went for the elbow to the face.
Yeah.
All right, go for it. Or
at disadvantage, 13. 13 is what I got.
All right. Yeah, that hits.
Ha ha. We got it, so chilling. Yeah. They'll be fine.
Ragnar, roll a perception check.
Perception 9, homie.
Strangely enough, you don't see a Chelon.
Oh well, we'll find Chelon later. Are they still breathing?
Roll a medicine check.
Oh.
At disadvantage.
Oh, I don't even need. Oh.
Oh no. The way the nose breaks.
Oh no, I killed the dude.
I didn't specify if you killed the dude. Let me explain.
The way the boat. Oh no.
The way the nose breaks, the bridge appears to have driven itself deeper into its face, I'll say.
Oh no. Mm-hmm. Ragnar doesn't know that, but oh no.
I'll say this, Ragnar at the current moment is a little bit too intoxicated to really gauge if
yeah, I know. So
he put too much force behind a strike.
He's gonna spin around and he's gonna kind of like go for like not even like not a close or not a fist, but kind of like an open hand, kind of like pat on the shoulder, on the dude that tried to go for the kick. He's gonna be like, hey, and smack. Hopefully his shoulder doesn't get fucking.
Go for it.
18.
Man, we can't spend the night here again.
Double 18. This +9 does not help me right
that hits. That hits.
Oh man.
They literally have I'm gonna say this. They have an AC of 10, so anything above a 10 will hit.
Man, I have to roll a nat 1 to not hit them, and even then I match.
No, but a nat 1's an auto miss. So.
True. Yeah, but regardless, though, I would still match. Oh man, well, sorry, bud.
Yeah, you go for that open hand slap, and have you ever been 5-star between the shoulder blades?
I don't know what that
Like
means.
just
but no.
just a wide open hand slap right across the back.
Nope.
Well, they fucking suck, and you just did that to this guy, and he just falls. He's winded, like he's down for the count.
He's gonna grab a fucking jug of ale and down that too. Just a random jug of ale or fucking mug or anything.
The dwarven bartender at this point, somehow manages to make peace within this whole fucking riot, and he says, "All right, so which one of you fucks started a fight at my fucking bar?"
Ah! He's drinking.
You can sleep on the fucking streets tonight, bud.
Woo!
Did Parker rip anyone's eyes out?
God,
Oh
no,
my
please.
god.
Roll a c20.
Oh my god.
We're all about to get taken to fucking jail.
Cobalt wants to go upstairs to his room.
He's just
You go upstairs to your room, Cobalt. You're a good boy.
Cobalt is a good boy. He hasn't done any fuck shit.
No, actually, you don't rip out anyone's eyes.
Oh man, you didn't get to rip out anyone's eyes.
Upsetting. That's all she has to say about it.
That is upsetting.
Upsetting.
So yeah, Parker is able to sleep in the fuck, I'm tired. Parker, the rest of the party is able to sleep in the inn tonight. Ragnar, you are currently a vagrant.
Woo!
Oh, I missed a lot. I left for like 5 minutes.
Oh, yeah.
Oh man.
Ragnar punched your guy's nose in so far it killed him.
Well, you guys don't know that. And if you were to make a medicine check, it'd be a disadvantage.
No, but us, the players, do.
Yeah. Yeah.
So.
That's awesome.
It kind of pierced into his brain.
That tends to happen when you punch people.
That's exactly what happens.
Well, hearing that, Ragnar's gonna be like, you know what? I ain't gonna break anything. I'm already out on the streets. Let's go! And he's just gonna
let's get a street fight going.
And he's just gonna jump into if there is another group, he's just gonna jump in the middle of them and just start fucking going.
God, he's
with his boots of
roll an investigation check at disadvantage.
Bro, he hasn't learned.
13.
Wait.
He is blackout right now, so.
Dirty 20.
Dude, he's gonna wake up. He's gonna fucking hang out with the fucking demon, the demon print of debauchery, and fucking have to. Oh shit! Can you guys not? Did my internet cut out?
No, we hear you.
No, we hear
No,
you.
you're good.
Oh, okay.
It was at disadvantage.
Yeah.
Good shit. Discord.
The first one was
Discord's
13.
red, and my internet's looking weird. So I was...
Yeah, here, watch. I'll
The
send
first
it
one
to
was
you.
15. That's lower, so you go with that one.
Oh, that's right. Fuck, I forgot the disadvantage. For some reason, I was like, oh, advantage. Fuck. Well, 13.
No, you don't find any more crowds.
Wait, is there someone else in the bar that you can take the eyes out?
There.
Don't.
Okay,
I mean,
sure.
Go off.
Sure.
Go off. Yeah, you know what? You're right. Go off.
Han's leaving. He's not being involved.
Oh yeah, no. You know, if we weren't already
He had
going.
fun in the first fight, but then Ragnar killed a guy. So Han's like, ah.
Han doesn't know that.
Han, if you want to roll medicine check, you can.
I'll do a medicine check at disadvantage. But regardless, Han. Oh. Uh-oh. But regardless, Han saw him punch a guy in the face, heard, and then that guy went limp, you know? So,
How could you hear that over all the yelling?
Oh, this is in die rolls. Okay.
Yeah, in die rolls.
When Shellen got ready to leave, he just slides.
Oh no!
Wow. Shellen slides the tankard over to
Okay,
Parker.
85.
Just goes, can't drink this.
So I do not know that his cranium is dead. Go
you
on.
don't. You look at the guy and you're like, his face is kind of fucked.
He looks fine. It's fine to me.
And what you try to do is you try and fix the face a bit.
Oh!
But the bartender looks over at you and goes, fucking hell.
He's not moving.
Yes, I'm aware. I'm very aware of this.
You're oh, like I think he's dead.
Yeah, that happens. That happens. When a fucking No.
You're treating it pretty normal.
Parker's like, wait, I know what to do.
Oh my God.
And then she kneels down next to the body, and she reaches for the eyes. She's gonna try to take it out.
Han, in your intoxicated state, are you gonna try and stop Parker?
No, she's intoxicated. She hasn't been drinking.
Parker is fucking sober right now.
Yeah.
No, I said Han.
Oh, what am I doing?
Are you gonna try and stop her from ripping someone's eyes out?
I'm drunk. I'm like over this guy waving back and forth, and I'm like, oh.
Okay, Parker, roll a survival check.
Oh my God.
Oh, now I kind of want it to work.
Oh my God. So I deafened myself because I was looking for bone cracking sounds. It's a bit.
You don't manage to get the eye out of the skull, but you do slice it open a little bit.
Oh,
gooey.
Nasty, dude. They got claws, bro. What did you expect? Oh wait, would she do it at advantage because she has claws, and that makes it easier to get in there?
I'm gonna roll a no on that.
My eyes hurt. My eyes are tingling right now.
Yeah, maybe this is enough chaos for. Yeah, Han's gonna actually say that. He's
what
like,
wait. What if she had advantage? Because technically she has done this before.
Okay, but you didn't specify that to me beforehand.
Yeah,
yes, I did. It's part of her backstory. It's in the file.
Fair enough. I'm still gonna go with the initial ruling.
Okay, that's fair.
True.
I just wanted to say that.
It's been a while, I guess, since.
I completely forgot that you ripped that people's eyes out. Not gonna lie.
Han's just like, can we chill with the?
Yeah, Han's like, this is you know, I just spent 300 gold on porn. I'm gonna go to my room. So yeah.
From
buddy.
Yeah.
You can do that.
He's just kind of drunkenly and like stunned at what just fucking happened. Just make it
roll an athletics check to get up the stairs. At disadvantage.
At disadvantage. 11.
Get about halfway up you get halfway up the stairs before you're like, fucking hell.
I just lay down on the stairs. I'm like, it's actually comfy here. Actually, it's comfy here. Actually,
you kind of fall in slow motion, and you're like, no, and then you only fall like 2 feet, and you catch yourself, right. But you don't like take any fall damage, but you are at this point crawling on your hands and knees up the stairs.
So I'm like, okay. This time, I'm actually sure is a pretty common sight in the tavern. Maybe not a tiefling.
When Ragnar see him trying to crawl up before.
No, Ragnar, you're outside.
Oh, he's already outside. Oh, he already left.
Hey, you're already kicked.
Yeah.
Oh, he was kicked at that. Ragnar still had like a couple of seconds to roll or to cause some more mayhem because he's gonna be like, oh yeah, he's gonna go over and grab him. Like, let's go on a fucking adventure, bro.
It's actually here comfy.
Oh wait, it's only new.
Yeah, it's only noon.
Yeah, dude, it's we're very early.
Oh man, I really wish we had a party name now so that we could hear the town criers going, "Oh, they fucked up a tavern before noon."
World record.
What a great reputation we have.
Well, before he was kicked out, he would have grabbed a couple more fucking tankers, and he's gonna be fucking drinking them down the fucking street.
I don't know about you, Mason, but I don't give a damn about my bad reputation.
Oh.
Yo ho, yo ho, yo ho.
I don't give a damn about
Yo, that's such a fucking chaotic session.
Oh man, if Aurora is here, she'd be such a fucking buzzkill, dude.
Yeah, she's such a buzzkill. She'd be like, God. Okay, let's actually focus.
I changed the. I added another faction, Typhus Citizens, and the party's current status with them is shunned.
No.
All of us.
But listen, the refugees still fuck with us. So if there's ever like a revolution, we're in their good graces.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
That's what happens when you start bar fights.
Now we just have to cause a whole revolution in the city. Fine. Easy, guys.
Alright, Ragnar gets a shiver up his spine. We're like, ooh, someone just said something smart.
Ooh, I thought my reputation go down.
You begin to... Actually, Ragnar's only about an hour into his day drinking. Fucking hell, that's 3 hours of mayhem.
Boy, Ragnar's gonna go to like a equivalent of like a fucking spar. He's gonna try to find equivalent of a sparring place, but that's in the that can be down the line. Go ahead and let the homies get the homie, cause the homie for the homie. Yeah.
You just said homie like 17 times.
For the homie, up the homie, report for the homie.
What?
Earth to Chellin, you there?
Oh, I think.
We can hear you, you're good.
Okay. Alright, good. Yeah, in that tree I'm basically taking a shortcut. I know I said that, but...
Okay, so you got to the tree around 11 a.m. It's about noon at this point, give or take.
Alright. So they're only... their antics are only halfway through my rest.
Pretty much, yeah. Like, it's only been about an hour since Kai became unreasonably drunk.
It wasn't my fault about the bar fight, though. That just happened.
I'm gonna look for not like dangers isn't the right word, but like anything suspicious.
Okay. Roll a perception check.
And keep a general watch. Perception. I don't want any fucking dick. God damn it.
Oh.
Right. I know what that means. That branch almost snapped.
How many now ones are we gonna? Oh my god.
Oh damn it! A 24. All right.
Strangely enough, you're keeping a watch, and for the briefest moment, you think you hear a voice. It's a...
Daddy.
You once again see a familiar-looking goblin family.
Oh no.
In the refugee camp.
I close my eyes. I shut them, and I just go, not real. Not real. And then I'm gonna open them.
They're still there.
Alright. Then I'm just gonna close my eyes and be like, nope.
1 sec, my cat is like yowling.
Fuck cats, man. All my homies.
Guys, we have gone so off track, whatever he expected us to do.
It's all Blair's fault.
He's still fucking with me.
She isn't here for 1 session, and we're shunned by the citizens of Typhus.
Dude, Dude, he's still trying to fuck with me. He's like, oh, it's an off session. You're buzzed in the forest, just trying to rest in a tree. Oh, here's your fucking dead wife and kids.
Oh, this is dead wife. Oh, you're heading back now. Oh, there they are again.
Dylan's off having character development while the rest of us just started bar fight.
Yeah, being chaotic asshole.
Dude, straight up during that fight, or not fight, with the chat with Hashak, I was getting a little misty-eyed, and I was like, God damn it! I swear to God, if this is another session, I cry.
That was a genuinely good moment, man.
I'm gonna be mad if I almost cry another session.
Han's gonna take a peek at your deity book at some point, by the way.
That's fine.
While you're sleeping, he's gonna go through your bag and be like, yoink.
we both.
I literally had to go and grab the cat and pick him up and start petting him so he would stop.
Aww.
You're hugging the flooper.
You just wanted some attention.
Hug a flooper.
He's currently sitting on my lap.
Oh, you just wanted attention.
Yes. Sweet boy.
Sweetie. Sweetums. Is his name Sal?
No, it's Shadow. I didn't name him.
Oh!
Nice cock, bro.
Terrible cock.
Bad cock.
Anyways.
Bad cock.
Yeah. Sorry, TOS.
Truth is, your cock was bad from the start.
Truth is, cock was rigged from the start.
Oh, hate that.
It's all cock, always has been.
I forgot about that.
Stop, I'm trying to read
It's all cock. Oh, he says. Oh yeah, we're trying to roleplay. That's right. Sorry, guys.
Yeah.
Roleplay about cock.
Roleplay cock.
Sorry.
All right. So, Chillin, you saw the goblin family. They don't appear to have left your vision, however.
I'm gonna attack them.
Oh.
I'm not going to attack them. I didn't say I'm going to attack. There's gotta be a way I can tell if it's fake or not.
Inside it?
No, Shallon's not like that. Alright, I'm gonna hop down from my tree.
All right.
Let's do this again. And then I'm gonna walk up. I'm gonna walk up to the dad. I'm like, hey, I haven't seen a fucking other goblin family in a long time. Put her there, man. And I outstretch a hand for a handshake.
He doesn't seem to respond.
I go, hey, you fucking, you just thick in the head, or you can't hear me.
No
then
response.
I kind of just like snap at him. You go, what the fuck? I guess you aren't real, man.
He turns and, strangely enough, it's a reflection of you.
Does he mimic my motions when I like, or does
when he turns to you, he's been mimicking you.
Oh, that. Oh, that sucks. I'm gonna look for Corden.
All right, you look around, and yeah, you see Corden.
Hey, Corden. Can you come here for a second? I've got a question for you.
Sure, Chellin. What do you need?
And then I point to the hallucination. I go, you see that right there?
See what?
All right. See, now I'm gonna sound crazy. All right. I'm gonna need you to level with me right now. I'm having a bit of a rough time lately. About like an hour ago, saw a hallucination of myself, my family. Didn't like that. Now they're standing right there again. Have any goblins come in or out of this encampment in like the past month, other than me?
No.
Alright. I'm just gonna stick around here for a little bit. If you need any helping hands with anything, I'm more than happy to help.
No problem, Challen. No problem. If we need help, we'll make sure to ask.
Alright. And then, yeah, I'm gonna just kind of do, laps around the perimeter of the camp. Kind of keeping an eye out for anything suspicious. Again.
Alright. I won't even have you roll for it. You spend probably another hour or so just doing laps around the camp, trying to avoid making eye contact with the reflection of yourself.
Mm-hmm.
But it watches you as you do laps around the camp the entire time.
Okay, that's fucking disconcerting as hell. Wait a second.
Actually, Chillin.
Yeah?
Can I get you to make an intelligence check?
Okay. Okay.
No, you didn't notice anything about the reflection.
I'm gonna head to Percival. I'm gonna go down to the Thieves Highway. Make my way to Percival.
All right. I'm going to cut over to Parker at this point.
All right.
So Parker, you are currently standing over the dead body of a man in the Gilded Baron.
Jesus Christ.
Belrand is looking at you like, what the fuck are you fucking doing?
This is what you're supposed to do to dead bodies.
No. I don't know where the fuck you came from, Cat, but that's not how that works.
That's how it works. That's how it's always worked.
Not here in Typhus.
Well, that's how it works in Blackwater.
Well, this isn't Blackwater, this is Typhus.
Is that what you guys do after you rob a bank?
Roll D100.
Okay.
Look at you, stopped all of the roleplay with that shit joke.
I didn't even get it. What it mean?
It's a Red Dead joke.
You have to at least make a joke that at least more than 2 people would know. It's not gonna be funny. No one knows it.
Yeah, she just throws her hands up in the air. She's like, well, I don't know what you do in Typhus.
Uh-oh.
Well, you don't rip eyes out of dead bodies. That's one thing you don't do.
Why not?
Because we actually have respect for the dead here.
This is how you show respect to the dead.
No, that's not how that works.
Look, you take the eyes with your hands, and as she's talking, she's gonna reach in and grab the eye again. Like, to demonstrate.
Make a survival check. My rule maintains, however.
Make a survival check for for Belrand not folding you right then and there.
9.
Once again, you just cut at the other eye.
She kind of's like, well, usually you put your hand in there and you grab it and you rip it out and then you put it in like a jar and you keep it with you and then they're always watching you.
Not gonna lie, that's fucking creepy.
Well, where I come from, we had a lot of them.
You work for Percival, right?
Yeah, I don't think he has a lot of them.
He doesn't. I've worked with him for years. No, you don't rip the eyes out of a dead body. That's not how you respect the dead. You leave them intact, or as mostly intact as you possibly can.
But why?
So their bodies can be used in the afterlife, whichever afterlife they damn well choose.
But they're dead. They can't use the body ever.
Roll a religion check.
Oh shit.
Whoa.
Oh, I think that's is that like the first or second nat 20 of the session?
I think it's the first.
That's depressing.
You actually do, especially in temples of the Raven Queen, the bodies themselves are preserved. They aren't damaged or anything. They are kept intact. They aren't mummified. No organs removed. No nothing. They are just kept in position. Usually retained their current form by priests using gentle repose.
Huh. Well, it's just what I do when someone dies.
But would you like your eyes ripped out if you died?
Oh, I wouldn't really care.
I'd be dead.
But would you care right now?
If someone ripped out my eyes?
Yeah.
Oh shit!
I'd like to see someone try.
I know someone. And he just goes back behind the bar.
Oh fuck. Oh shit.
Alright. So, Cobalt, having seen Ragnar get kicked out of the bar, Parker trying to cut someone's eyes out of their skull, and a very vague yet ominous threat of potential violence against a party member. What do you want to do?
I thought I was in the room.
Oh yeah, you are, sorry.
Yeah, I went away from all of that. I didn't want to be a part of it.
Okay, fair enough. Is there anything you're doing at this exact moment, just in general?
I wanted to ask, I was reading about the weapon I got, the staff I got, the magic item, and it says I have to attune to it. How does that work?
Sorry, what was that?
I need to do? The magic item I got, the staff for the woodlands. It says I have to attune to it. How does that work? What do I have to do to attune to it?
I would assume that you already have it attuned.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure before anything else. All
yeah,
right.
most of the time, how I handle attunement is, unless there's a specific thing for it, I would probably say, yeah, most of the time it's a short rest to attune.
All right. Well, then, at that point, then I just want to just kind of look over my staff and look at the runes that I asked Woodworker to carve into my new shield. Kind of just think about my where it came from and stuff like that for a little bit while they do their thing.
All right, so yeah, you begin examining. Can I get you to make a religion check?
Religion. So, religion. There you I got a nat 7. So I thought it was a 1 at first. I got an 8 total.
Oh, did you roll a nat 1?
No, I rolled a 7. I thought I did it first. The
Okay.
7 looks like a 1.
So, you're looking at the runes. Would you consider Cobalt to be a religious character of sorts? Not to the extent of like a cleric, for instance, but would you consider Cobalt to worship any particular deity or whatnot?
I know that Furbolgs in general kind of look up to a deity. I have it in my... Hold on, let's see here. Okay. Because I had it under religion. Grand Peak Smasher.
All right.
That's what I read.
Wait, what?
What's the name?
Wait, what was the name?
Let me look it up, make sure it's right. Yeah.
Just go ahead and send it to me later.
Okay, so it was Grand Peak Smasher. He was a demigod that Furbolgs in general would do.
Okay.
And he was unlike the rest of the giants.
Okay, so the staff that it doesn't have symbols of that deity. It has symbols of a druidic deity, not necessarily one that a Furbolg would worship, but in general, druids in general have a tendency of worshiping a god of the old pantheon known as Silvarin, a god that governs both the Feywild as well as the wild lands in general.
Got it. Alright, awesome.
I typed it out in general, so you can have a spelling.
Okay, awesome. Thank you.
Examining the staff, the deity is, like I said, it's Silvarin. You don't know too much about her, however.
Okay.
Now on to Kai, Ragnar.
Yo!
So Ragnar, you've been kicked out of a tavern. You're shit-faced. You got about 2 hours left of being blackout drunk. At this point, what would Ragnar like to do?
You're gonna go on a mini adventure. You're just gonna go out and, like, you're just gonna go and explore. You're just gonna go and see everything that where they are has to offer. You know, he's not gonna remember shit. He's still gonna just kind of go around, just kind of vibe the whole time.
Okay. Is there anything in particular Ragnar is looking for?
If he sees like any sort of fighting, he's definitely gonna hop in on that. It has to be like good-natured fighting though. Like he's not gonna just be like, oh yeah, let's fucking go start a fight, you know? It has to be like a group already kind of doing it.
Are you looking for a fight club, dog?
That's the word.
He's like a...
Make an investigation check at disadvantage.
Oh, what does the B mean? Oh, nat 20. Nat 20 and a 17.
So 17.
Yes.
You don't find a fight club, but you do find a bounty board, actually.
Goody. Oh wait, he's not that great of a reader, and he's fuck it, we're going for it. He's gonna walk up, and he's gonna like put his hands on his hips and kind of like lean forward and squint at the words.
The first, there's 3 bounties on the board. The first is to go and to travel to a small mining hamlet, more or less. In the general vicinity, there appears to be a Hydra. The contract is offering 750 gold for on death, and 750 gold for. Sorry, I got sneeze.
Bless you.
Why didn't
Ooh
Chris, why didn't we hear that shit? I want to hear you
Bless
sneeze.
you.
Looks like
Stop,
fucking Ronan has a fucking sneezing fetish.
Fucking Ronan is sneezing.
Yeah.
fetish, bud.
Give me that. Give me those fucking sneezes, dog.
That's not happening.
Yo, Kai probably got a cake for it, but anyways.
All right.
What?
Like I was saying, the contract says that for 750 gold upon return with a trophy from the beast, along with whatever loot you happen to find at the actual contract site.
You said that there were 3 of them up there?
Yes, the other I was getting the other 2.
I'm gonna save you some time. Would Ragnar be able to tell that, just kind of like not really reading through each one, just kind of like glancing over? Would he be able to tell that those are actual contracts that can be, that like are currently active or whatever, or would they just be kind of sheets of paper while kind of glancing it through them?
Depends. Is Ragnar actively looking for like payment or whatnot?
He's not, but seeing straight up numbers would catch his eye.
I'll say that, yeah. The one that does catch your eye more than likely would be the Hydra.
Then you're just gonna go ahead and grab that one, kind of put it into his bag of holding, and be on his merry way.
All right. Is there anything else you would like to do, Kai?
Well, no fight club, so not that I could think of all. Well, dude's just shit faced. He's just gonna be vibing the whole time.
Funnily enough, you come across a strange little shop.
Oh.
It has a small ramshackle sign which says Mordeo's Menagerie.
Yeah, there it is.
Oh!
There it is.
Yo, Mardale would know where a fight club is, bro. Ask him.
I'm gonna
his fight club is like.
Go ahead and
He probably runs it.
I'm gonna go ahead and enter. Well, actually, is there anything there that would? I don't want to just. Is there anything there that would like haul, like, you know, be like, hey, come over here, Ragnar, enticing?
Well, for one,
Making you work.
it's a given the fact that Ragnar has been reading that tome of just arcane knowledge, more or less, knowing that there's some sort of magic shop, you'd likely be able to you'd likely be able to determine what is going on, more or less, despite your intoxication.
Well, then Ragnar's gonna go ahead and enter. He just kind of stumbles through the door.
Oh no!
Oh, look who decided to show up, Blair.
Oh man!
Oh,
You're fucking.
Well, look who shows up at the end of the session.
You're 3.5 hours late.
I would have much rather been here, trust me.
You're getting kicked now. 3.5
No,
hours.
yeah, get out of the fucking
I mean, to be fair, she was on a plane, so that's understandable.
Fucking
Yeah.
side with her.
How dare you?
Fucking, what do you think this is? Cam?
So you were gone for one session, and now the citizens of Cypress hate us.
Oh god.
Bro, Kobo, you
So,
alright?
to give you a brief rundown as to everything that's happened, Ragnar killed a guy.
Ragnar!
It wasn't
Yeah,
on
he's
purpose.
dead.
Shellen's having hallucinations.
I specifically said it was non-lethal, but he died anyway.
Look, you're not gauging your strength, bud.
Non-lethal.
Yeah, okay, yeah, because Ragnar is blacked out drunk right now.
Yeah, I know.
Oh God.
Parker's trying to convince the bartender to let her rip someone's eyes out.
And we bought smut.
And Cobalt's the only one that's behaved so far.
Han is in his room jacking it dragons until dawn.
I spent 300 fucking gold on smut. I'm gonna get my goddamn nut out of it.
We also decided to make Dungeons and Dildos an actual in-game game.
Yeah, it's a
real game.
A real game.
Yeah, it's a role-playing game.
I sent a link. It's a link to explore your sexual.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
Made by Filipino women.
Made by Filipino.
So, Ragnar, you walk into the magic shop and you see a blonde-haired, fair-skinned, rather young-looking man. And he goes, "Oh, it is quite interesting."
Yeah, baby.
Is there anything in particular you are looking for, good sir?
You better not fucking cheat on me.
I'm looking for a good time, homie.
Oh.
I need to get some pounding now, and I need to do it soon.
Ragnar's gonna become a fucking...
You are very, very forward, I noticed.
Put into human trafficking.
It's just sometimes I get the urge, and I just gotta get it out. I just gotta start going at it, you know?
I completely understand, my friend. I really do. Personally, however, don't take offense to this. I prefer my men with less scales.
Oh, because the armor thing, right? We have we have an advantage. I respect that.
Sure. If that makes you feel better. But I do have various clientele who would be interested in spending some time with a lustful man of your prerogatives, we shall say.
You can see Ragnar. You can see something click in Ragnar's head, and she's like, "Lusty," but he's gonna be like, "It's probably some weird shit. Let's fucking go with it." I'll lust all up on them fools, bro.
Well, if you are interested in partaking, I have. You seem to be rather intoxicated as is.
Woo! Oh wait, I remember. Sorry guys, we can't get the fucking. We can't get that bounty anymore because Ragnar's gonna pull out his fucking straw and start drinking his pouch wine.
Yeah.
In the middle of Mordeo's fucking shop, he's like, "Woo! Wait."
So the bounty's fucking disintegrated by now.
Well, my client is staying in a place. Roughly, it's within town, about 5 or so minutes away from here. Unfortunately, I had a Dragonborn swing by earlier who's not as, interested, we shall say.
Oh, about, it's like, yay, about this big, and he just kind of, like, holds his arm over him, just, like, it's, like, slightly bigger.
Yes, actually,
like me.
the man...
Oh, yeah, that was me.
No, this was just a couple hours ago.
Yeah, no, you don't remember?
He had blue markings on his face.
Oh yeah, well look at this. He fucking turns around, flexes, and fucking his tattoo starts glowing blue. I got blue too.
That's not the same. It's not the same.
It's too late. He's already in the flexing.
Okay, this is very confusing for me.
You're confusing Mordeo, dog.
Once again, I don't normally wish to participate with men of your... I don't quite like how rough the scales tend to be. Not going to lie.
He's not a scaly.
I prefer a much more gentle touch, you can say.
But if you're getting
But-
demolished, you're getting demolished. It doesn't
If you
doesn't
are-
matter.
If you're... I'm not looking to be demolished, though. I'm looking for a sensual experience. You shall...
How is fighting
I gotta mute myself.
sensual?
Not the right one for him, dog.
How is fighting sensual?
Oh, we are on two very, very different
Damn it!
relatives here.
The fuck
So,
are you talking
tell me then.
about?
What did you think I was talking about?
Dude, about fucking smashing and pounding and breaking some faces in.
Hello.
Just
Two
going
of those
at
words
it.
can be used for sex. You are aware, yes?
Huh?
Or smashing and pounding can be used as euphemisms for sex. Are you aware of this?
You could see, you could hear. Well, not really, but it would be like you could, if you could, you would hear like oh, what was that? Kind of like the typewriter sound going tick 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 ting, tick 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 tick, and coming out of his ears. Like he's really putting some thought into this.
You're confused. Okay. Tell you what. I unfortunately do not know of a fighting club. I deal in more cabaret shows, we shall say. If you have anyone who would be interested, unfortunately, no. I'm not much of a drinker. But if you have anyone who would be interested, if I'm correct, you came in with the tiefling, correct?
Oh yeah, Hanita.
Han, yes. If you can speak to him for me, I'd be very appreciative.
About fighting?
Sure. Tell him Mordeo sent you.
Mordeo.
You're going to forget this in an hour. I understand.
Mordeo.
Well, I do hope you find whatever violence suits you.
More like day yo.
So, with the confusion that Kai is undergoing right now, and the fact that I don't have to do a terrible southern accent anymore,
Oh God, what happened?
I tried to do a southern accent and it did not
And it
go
was
so
like
well.
this.
He was
like, I'll be in my room right now.
That was it.
I'll see you later.
It was bad.
It was
I'm
good.
gonna go read my books.
You massacred my boy.
Talk to Mr. Squiggle.
Look how they massacred my boy.
Me too, baby.
Gonna make him enough so he can't fuse.
Was the alcoholic joke from this session? It
Well,
feels
yes,
so,
he's actually wasted, bro.
it feels so long ago.
It was like 2 hours ago!
But it has felt like a long session because we haven't had the break, and also because so much has fucking gone wrong.
So no smashing is what you're telling me.
You're not fucking, no.
No smashing, no.
He's gonna go on his merry way. Kind of been like Mordeo.
Try not before you leave. He just calls out, "Try not to hurt yourself."
Mordeo.
All right.
Mordeo.
So,
Modelo.
Modelo time.
Modelo time.
I suppose we will cut to Naui at this point.
Woo!
Cool, where the fuck am I? What am I doing?
You're just in your bedroom.
You've been studying or something.
Cool. Do I have any idea that like shit just went south, or am I just like diddy hum?
I'll say that you heard the commotion downstairs, but chose not to get involved.
Yeah, I'm fucking. She's just gonna kind of vibe. She's taken time for herself. She hasn't done that in a while. Catching up on her writing, things like that. She'll probably move back downstairs at this point, kind of like done being by herself, wanting to go talk to people again.
Yeah, the lo-fi beats. Like.
Yeah, she just finished her lo-fi beats playlist, and now she's kind of like off that high, so she's ready to talk to people again.
Okay. You go downstairs. You see that the tavern floor is covered in blood.
Oh. Oh God.
And Parker is crouching over a dead body, trying to rip its eyes out.
She's completely given up trying to.
Oh, I'm saying this like an hour. I'm saying this is like
Yeah.
right after Kai went on his alcoholic rampage.
Yeah, but she's completely given up trying to like get it out safely. She's now just trying to rip it out.
Oh God. What? Stop.
This is what you do to dead bodies.
No, it's not. No, that is not what you do to dead bodies. As a resident expert, no.
Okay, I've met a resident expert on dead bodies, and he said this is what you do.
Well, hate to break it to you, but not an expert. I'm an expert on bodies. You don't fuck with the eyes after the person's dead. What the fuck would that achieve?
Well, you take it out.
Okay.
And then you put it in a jar.
Why?
And then you put it in your room on the shelf. And it's like a neat little way to say that someone's always watching you.
Oh, God. Oh, God. Can't complain about me anymore now that Tino's this bitch. Fuck. And what the fuck happened here?
Oh, the dragon thing threw some coins on the floor, and then some people started fighting.
That's not okay. Ragnar, he threw coins, and then people just fucking tore each other to shreds. That's what you're saying is what happened.
Yep. Oh, but, the goblin man, he left beforehand. Do goblins, like, tend to look out of the... Tend to look, like, out of it and then just get up and leave? Because Nate did that a lot, too.
I have no idea who he is, but that's pretty on brand for Chellin. God... Fucking nobody was here to stop Ragnar's tomfuckery, of course. Aurora's gonna go try to find, the fucking racist ass dwarf bitch.
He's behind the counter.
Okay, since this is my party's fault, I'll clean this. Please just don't bill us.
I want to bail you, but I kicked your boyfriend out.
If I clean it, will you let him back in?
He can spend the night on the streets. Then he's good.
Okay, that's great compromise. He fucking deserves it. And she's just gonna use prestidigitation and then just clean up all the floors and all the blood.
Bippity boppity boo.
Alright. You cast prestidigitation, you clean the floors incredibly quickly. He goes, "Thank you."
Yep.
So, it appears, from what I understand, your boyfriend, or whatever the fuck he is, he smashed a guy's face in, killed him on accident, or whatever, then Because he got blacked out drunk on a basic ass flagon of ale.
That's extremely un-Ragnar-like, but it's like he wouldn't get blackout drunk from just some ale, but smashing somebody's face in is very on brand.
He's apparently a pretty big lightweight.
He's really not. I'll just take your word for it since I was upstairs. I really should have come down at the commotion.
Yeah, oh well. Alright, so, Chellin.
Heading to the highway to talk to Percival. Seeing hallucinations I don't like and I want them to stop.
You head back to the Heretics' abode. There's two different men there. One appears to be a Goliath. The other one appears to be a dwarven man, crossbow at the ready. I've been told that you've been down here before. You know the rules.
Yeah, I just dropped my mace and I walk in and jump down the hole.
Yay!
I just undo my mace from the clip and walk in.
All right. You make your way over to where you remember Percival's office to be, and he appears to be in the middle of a... You get the sense that it's a tense conversation, but I don't imagine you really care right now.
No, I walk in, and I sit on the wall opposite to, I lean against the wall opposite to his, so I'm listening in on the conversation, but I don't really care what's being said.
As you enter the conversation, Percival, his right eye shifts to look at you. He goes, "Hello there, Chellin.
Hey.
It's rather strange that you choose to come down here on your own. Not that I think you could reasonably kill me, but
No,
it's strange that
you've provided me with useful information. I'm not just gonna kill you on that accord. That's extremely unfair. Just like I was yesterday, I'm here for answers, but please continue with your conversation first.
Actually, I would prefer to discuss this in private. No offense.
No, that's fine.
So we can... Cassandra, yes, Father, as she steps out of the room. So, you've come down here seeking more answers. What can I offer?
Alright, so... I've been having weird fucking hallucinations of me, my wife, and my daughter, right? I don't know what the fuck's up with that. I hit up the Shock. He was like, not me. And I'm like, alright, well, I don't know who else would want to fuck with me. And I don't know anyone else who's capable of that shit. You're the only one. You're the last one on my list. So, is this you? Are you making me see shit? Because it's really not cool. And I'd fucking like it to stop.
If it was me, it would have been more obvious.
Damn it.
But I can still offer you some insight if you wish.
Yes, please.
What exactly are you seeing, to be
Alright.
precise?
So, the first one, I was walking into... Shit, I forgot the name of the tavern.
The Gilded Baron.
Thank you, the Gilded Baron. So I was walking into the Gilded Baron, right? I just bought some books. I was hanging out with Han. We're walking back in, and at the bar, there was a goblin family of 3, right? Dad, wife, kid. A daughter, to be specific. Good night, Mom! I just have to say bye to my mom real quick. It's not a big deal. So dad, wife, daughter, right? Dad ruffles the kid's hair, right? They're talking. I don't know. I walk up, I say hi, because I haven't seen a fucking other goblin family in a fucking while, right? And I was pretty excited. It was at first I was like, oh, it's just a coincidence, right? It's what else could that be? Because I'm trying to be a little less superstitious. Anyway, I walk up. They act a little shifty, but it's like whatever, right? A goblin walks up to you, even if you're a goblin, that's gonna be weird. But the fucking wife's name was the exact same name as my wife, and the daughter exact same nickname. Like that's where it goes from being a coincidence to like some shit's up, right? And they're like, oh, we just came from the Shade Merc, and then they're just visiting, and then they're leaving. Like the Shade Merc's across an ocean, and like and and then I blink and they're gone. They're just fucking gone. And the worst part too, I walked up to them at the bar, right? And then I'm fucking warped back, books in hand, right back at the door. And it's just a complete mind fuck, right? So I get buzzed, right? I get a big old thing of ale. I don't even know how much gold I gave the dude. I drink like half of it, and then I go for a walk, right? I go to the encampment. The people with Corden, I can't fucking remember his name. I go to them. I'm like, hey man, I'm just looking to feel better, right? I forgot. In between that, I talked to Hashak. He was like, that's not me, and I'm like, all right, cool. So I go for a walk. I go to the people. I cast create food and water to hook them up with a little bit more food, and then I go into the forest to take a walk, right? Pull out my flute, play a nice little tune, and I hop in a tree, and I just chill out, right? I'm just chilling out in the forest in a tree. And then about an hour passes, I look at the encampment, the same fucking goblin family's there. What the fuck? Right? And so I'm like, all right, I can either, I do like that. Close your eyes. It's not real. It's a dream. Open them. They're still there. And I'm like, all right, maybe this time somehow it's another goblin family, right? I'm fairly like I was, it was like a 50-50 split. I walk up and I'm like, hey, still trying to keep a fucking face that I'm not completely disturbed by this, right? And I walk up and I'm like, hey, and I outstretch a hand, right? Because I'm like, if it's a hallucination, that their hand will go through mine or they won't touch me, right? And he just doesn't respond, right? So then I'm like, all right, if he's not going to respond to me being nice and it's a hallucination, fuck it, I'll be mean to him. I call him dumb, right? And then he just turns. He looks exactly fucking like me, like looking into a mirror. Not even funny, right? And he just stares at me, doesn't say anything. I bring Corden over. I'm like, you see these goblins? He's like, no. I seem like a fucking psycho to him, right? That's not fucking great. And so I'm like, all right, you know what? This is fine. This is fine. This is fine. Fuck it, right? He can chill there. He's just standing, looking at me, miming my movements. Fucking creepy. And so I just take a lap around the camp. He was still standing there. Last time I checked, he was still standing in the encampment, just watching me take laps. And then it clicked, and I was like, the only fucking person I could think of this to be is Percival. And I'm sorry, I don't want to typecast you as the suspicious dude who's gonna fuck with me. But like, you were the only other person I could think of, and so yeah, and then here I am. That was a lot.
You said you made eye contact with the reflection, right?
Yeah.
Did you see any fractures?
Oh. I don't know what that is.
Occasionally, there are beings that will, from the Shadowfell, who like to influence events through choosing a vessel of sorts, a means to which they can control, but also seemingly give free will to. Now, I've only heard of a couple of these, but the most notable of which would be Morrow, the Weaver of Dreams.
Is he the motherfucker who's been giving me weird dreams too? I swear to God.
Perhaps. What do you see in the dreams?
I've seen a fucking handful of shit, dude. There was a rewriting of events. So like the when my camp got raided by the fucking black dickheads, right? So instead of me being a bit of a fucking coward and just hiding under my bed, right? I grab my kid and I book it and I make it to like a cave or some shit. And in the cave there's like a light, if I'm remembering this correctly. Um and like I can't remember. That's the only one I can remember off the top of my head. But like it's just fucking with me. So they're called fractures, and they're from the Shadowfell. And there's one that fucks with dreams, or that's called like the Thing of Dreams, right? It's called Mordo.
Morrow,
Morrow. Okay.
the Weaver of Dreams.
The Weaver of Dreams. Okay. All right. Let me write that down. So fractures. The Shademark or the Shadowfell?
Shadowfell.
Okay, just making sure. Shadowfell. And then.
Do you remember anything about an entity within the dream? Something not human.
I mean, the light. That's the only thing that I'm sorry. That's the only dream I can remember is the one I had last night. But the light was weird. Because it was like a fire, but it also wasn't. You know, like I guess that could be an entity. Yeah. Yeah.
I'm going to ask for your permission for something.
Hey.
Something in retrospect I should have done for Hana as well. I do apologize for what I did to him.
Are you gonna do what you did to him to me?
I should provide some clarity, yes. So modify memory.
Okay.
Make you remember.
Okay.
Are you sure, though?
Give me a second, all right?
Take your time.
Oh. All right. Chellin gets down on both knees, kind of puts his hands on his side, and like looks down and just goes, "Let's do this shit."
All right. You feel the metal hand of Percival, not wrap, but gently placed on the top of your head.
Mm-hmm.
You feel the arcane energy pulse from him into you, and the memories of... To put it in the simplest way possible, what you are shown is it's the same night as you've seen before.
Mm-hmm.
The Black Banner Company attacking your encampment, you helping your daughter but ultimately failing to protect her, you witnessing the death of your wife, and then you trying to hide your daughter so you can at least perform last rites on her. But you do recall one detail about the entire event, and that was there was a blood moon hanging above the sky in that night. And that's the very same night you look up, for whatever reason, wondering if this is God's vengeance, whether this is Ashok's vengeance on you or whatnot, and you do recall seeing a raven-like entity up in the sky.
Okay, so Blood Moon, and then Raven.
Basically, he's replaying the dream you had back in Ravenhold.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Percival looks down at you and says, "If it makes you feel better, I am very sorry for the pain that you've gone through. I truly am." And I know that you aren't exactly the biggest fan of undead. But sooner or later, you're going to have to confront the Shade Merc.
I know. I know. And you know what? I hope that's where we go next.
I hope you stay strong, Chillin. I really do.
Oh, fuck. Yeah?
You watch as wisps of green energy coalescing from the covered eye on his left side. He simply backs away and says, "If you have any further questions, please bring them to my attention.
Instead,
I'll do whatever's within my power to help you."
I got you. And I'm gonna head up the one-way exit.
All right. You climb the ladder back up to the Gilded Baron. Eventually, you coming out, you do see now Aurora on the lower level. I'm imagining just at a table, more or less.
Has Parker gotten the eyes out yet?
I'm gonna say yeah, and I'm imagining Aurora is just casting prestidigitation every time you make a mess.
Yeah, like, we're not fucking up this tavern. Please.
The hell happened?
I don't fucking know. I just got fucking down here, and apparently Ragnar made a fucking mess of the place.
He was very wasted when I left.
Are you okay?
I'm fine. I gotta head back to the little place before the fuck. Oh my god, I can't. Before the Thieves Highway, the bar that's the front. I gotta head back there, grab my mace. I'll be back.
Oh, actually, I'll go with you.
I'm not gonna be much for company, but you know.
I mean, yeah, but I have business in that part of town anyway.
Okay. Let's go. And Chellen's gonna make his way.
Alright, you make it to the Heretic's abode with relative ease. You actually watch as they're about to actually start bringing your equipment back over to the Gilded Baron, and oh, okay, that's interesting. Anyways, they go, "Well, you made our job easy."
Yeah.
If you went back down there, though, same rules.
Yeah, I'm gonna head down there with Aurora. So,
all right.
I'm sorry you guys have to walk all the way back.
It's fine, really. We get paid to basically keep guard of a hole in the wall.
Yeah, is that bookshelf the only way out? Like, can I go out the way I came?
Not, you can't come out the way you came. No, there's other places though that are a little bit less noteworthy.
Alright. I was just thinking there was like a place to make you guys walk a little less.
This is the safest place that we can go. So
That's fair.
you just leave your mace with him, and
Yeah.
or basically they're gonna run the mace back to the Gilded Baron.
Okay.
So by the time you get back, it'll be in your room.
Alrighty.
Oh, is
Han
Chelling gonna try to come with Aurora?
Yeah, he's gonna go down with you.
Oh. Okay.
I hope that Han doesn't have his dick out when they arrive.
Whoa, what? No, Han's not like with Percival.
Oh.
No,
Han,
I'm not. I know you're in your room though.
Yeah.
And I'm imagining you and Chellin are bunking together.
Yeah, no. Han got more focused in the book than anything else, so his dick's away, and he's actually getting to the point where he's going to be done reading the book. I just didn't want to interrupt all of that to say it.
Fair enough. All right, so Aurora, you and Chellin jump down into the blackness once again. You know you're safe down there. You know that no violence in the Thief's Highway, and you make your way through the winding tunnels back to Percival's office. Once again, Chellin, you see Percival and Cassandra in the middle of a conversation.
Hey, Aurora, maybe we should let them finish real quick.
Sure.
I was here. They were talking when I was here last time, and I don't want to walk in and be like, "Hey, stop your fucking talking."
Yeah, I'll wait. It's
All right, like 5 or so minutes passes by, and Cassandra goes, "Oh, what did you just hear, Chellin?"
Yeah. Heading back down with Aurora.
Understandable. Cassandra gives a small bow to both of you and says, "I hope you know that you're working, as of right now anyway, with the right side. We will not do you harm." As the two of you walk in, Percival is sitting behind his desk, drinking a glass of firebrand whiskey.
okay. I don't want to be here talking to you. Nothing personal, but it's extremely personal. I'm just kind of at the end of my rope.
All right, how can I help you?
Okay, so we were on one of our first assignments for Jonathan, and I touched this really fucking cursed altar. Got a fucking fever dream. As you can see, and she grabs the originally white part of her hair. This happened. Wasn't naturally like this. Whenever I cast necromancy spells, my eyes like turn black and fog comes out of it. I've been having dreams of this like fucking citadel looking thing and this like king looking motherfucker with ravens and says weird prophetic stuff, and then there's this one dude that just recently started showing up and he has a mask and he's just real ominous like, and there's like 3 other people, but like I can't really make them out in the vision. And
Wait. Oh.
No, it's challenge. Just let me finish explaining.
I'm sorry.
And so like I've been able to handle weird prophetic people knowing me in my dreams and me progressively getting more of my soul eaten. That I can handle. Last night I saw the dead bodies of my friends, and then weird Raven King man said, we are inevitable. And then I woke up. So, I don't fucking know what to do at this point.
Interesting. Tell me, I know that your original assignment was to deal with that tiefling girl who was afflicted with lycanthropy, but I also kind of saw you touch the altar.
Yep.
Of course, I keep my eye on interesting parties, and to put it in the simplest way possible, your group is rather interesting to me, so... Anyways, back to your question. Within the Shadowfell, there is a entity known as the King of Crows, who at one point was like us, mortal, but had seemingly transcended, not to godhood, but to a state akin to, but not quite. Groups have sought him out, and from each one a sentinel was born. Thus far, 3 groups have gone in, and 3 people have been left behind. Now, what is interesting to me is that it appears that I've known about the Sentinels for a while, but this 4th entity, can you describe it at all?
The masked dude?
Yes.
Okay, a weird ass cloak thing. I can't really see beyond what that looks like. But his mask, it's just a blank white mask. One of his eyes really aren't and you can't see behind it except for one of the eyes, and it's just kind of standing there. One side is blank and the other has like intricate details and a cut down one side. It's like, I haven't feel like I've seen it, but like it's at like the tip of my tongue what it is.
You saw what... Now, don't quote me on this. I could be wrong. I've made many mistakes in my time, but... what you saw could possibly be an avatar of the Faceless. Long before I was told, anyway, by an interesting group that long before the Divergence, there was a... Actually, no, sorry, not the Divergence. Long before, there was a conflict where the old gods were cast down, killed, or repurposed, you could say. Well, the Faceless is believed to be the creator god of sorts, who governs all aspects of life.
So like the big man in charge.
In a way, yes. But here's the thing. His power has been divided countless times over. He has created thousands upon thousands of gods that have died, that have been repurposed, that have ascended and been cast down. It's been quite some time since he's been in full form.
Okay.
And tell me, before you continue with the visions you're seeing of the Faceless, what was the first vision you saw?
Like the original, right after I touched the altar?
As much as you can remember of that one, yes.
Oh, okay. So first off, the moon was big and red. That is still kind of is with me to this day. The trees were barren. I was alone. The ground was like dry and shit. But the moon was the biggest thing I remember.
For the briefest moment, what you saw wasn't a dream or a vision. Whatever portion of your soul was taken was transferred to the Shadowfell. It lies dormant there. It will remain so until you reclaim it. But there is an entity that perhaps bonded itself to you.
Oh, delightful.
It would explain why you're having visions, why you're seeing these things.
I mean, yeah. So, like, is it doing damage? Am I gonna die? Or is it just kind of...
No, it's rather complicated. What is happening is your soul's not being eaten, it's not being taken from you, it is simply being relocated. Right now, you are still mostly intact. But, and I did say this to Chellin earlier, there is an entity that has abilities that allow people to see things beyond, whether they be fractures, they be visions, hallucinations, known as Moro, the Weaver of Dreams. And if my information is correct, then she is bound to you. A portion of her essence, anyway, is bound to you.
Well?
In a nutshell, what is happening is that you're similar to how Priscilla Blackhall bound her soul to the tome, but on a much larger scale. What is happening is her soul is slowly being transferred within you, and you are seeing visions of her past, or her future. Who's to know? Of course, though, I could be wrong. Like I said, I have made mistakes in the past. But I have a feeling that I'm more than likely correct when it comes to that.
Okay. Wasn't... I was hoping you'd just be like, oh yeah, crazy dream. I didn't
Things
know...
are never that simple, especially when you're dealing with me.
Okay. Something, the fucking Dreamweaver, whatever, is binding herself to me. That doesn't sound like a good thing. It's not a good thing, right?
Right now, it's hard to say. You get the sense from him that, and if you were to turn around right now, you would see Cassandra standing in the doorway behind you. And in a weird way, this is going to sound weird. Despite having never spoken or had a proper conversation with Cassandra, you feel a strange kinship with her. Despite how she's in her early 30s and a human.
Oh no, I don't like what that sounds like.
Sounds like it's gonna be hot up top.
She steps forward and says, I have experience with the Shadowfell, quite a bit actually. And as a result, if I may, Father, of course, I don't wish to speak out of turn. But it appears as though there's a slight incongruency with what she is experiencing versus what others have. And for the briefest of moments, as she walks past you and begins to stand in front of you, she's no longer in the doorway. She just simply says, unfortunately, in my case, things are a bit more complicated than that. Unlike you, I draw my power from something else. I'm not a sorcerer, I'm, well, Zariel, and a blade manifests in her hand.
Okay, so...
I'm similar to your friend Han, in a way.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's besides the point, though. The issue is, now, I'm basing this on my own experiences, of course. Sooner or later, the soul does not have enough strength to keep itself bound to its original form. Which is especially complicated when you're a warlock. Now, right now you're simply seeing things. Seeing whether it be events of her past or, sorry to repeat what my father said, but of her past or her future. And the only reason why I know this is because I've seen similar things. And from what I understand, so has your child friend Wana. Now, I'm assuming that there are others like us. And that whatever the "we are inevitable" message is, if it is true, then we will not be able to stop it. Whatever is going to happen, or whatever has happened, not be allowed to be repeated. But assuming that it is something that is beyond our control, then we need to find a way to make it in our control. So, my father and I have been looking into artifacts over the past number of years, since I myself encountered Moro in the Shadowfell. And one of these artifacts is located a number of hours away from here. Maybe 12 hours travel at most. And I think it's in our best interest that we seek it out and perhaps find more answers.
I mean, I would be glad to help you seek it out. I mean, I don't really understand what's happening as much as you guys do. But I don't like any of what's happening. I would rather like to go back to being able to sleep at night without weird raven dreams.
Yep.
I completely understand. I really do.
Quite honestly, that's why I didn't really trust you that much when we first met, because I thought, like, your whole thing was birds and its whole thing was birds. I thought you were the same person. Turns out you're not.
No, I just quite enjoy using ravens.
Sketch as hell, dog.
Intentional.
I mean, good on you. Good branding. Okay. I don't know what our party's doing, but I'll definitely bring up going to get whatever this relic is and like.
It is known the relic itself is known as the Crown of Shadows.
Damn, that sounds right as hell.
That does sound cool as fuck.
When wielded, when equipped by someone who's capable of using shadow magic, unfortunately, we only know one person who can do that right now, but there may be others. Hypothetically speaking, of course. It is said to have a direct link to the Shadowfell. It will allow us to travel rapidly between the two planes without any issue. However, as I stated, we need someone who can use the crown appropriately. And I do believe someone in your party might have innate arcane abilities that are being suppressed. But right now, I think we need to figure out what to do with the crown.
I don't want to jump the shark here, but is it Ragnar? Because he's got the tattoo and shit.
Oh God, please don't let it be Ragnar.
I kind of hope it's not, but like, is it?
If I knew, I would tell you.
All right. Tried.
Okay, I learned a lot today. Thank you for weird mystic advice, like always.
It is what he's best at.
It really is.
You are welcome. The raven manifests on his shoulder once again. He feeds it a small handful of birdseed. He gets hungry occasionally.
Good for him.
I'm gonna go get a fucking shot of something. You want something up there?
Oh, please, yes.
Yeah. All right, let's go. Are you done? I'm sorry, I don't want to.
Oh yeah, that's all
right,
I want to talk to him about.
All right, let's go. This is a lot.
Yeah, I mean,
oh boy.
Aurora, as you're walking...
I don't like the way you said Aurora.
Oh, whoa! I like how we can feel it in his tone sometimes.
Yeah.
Heading back to the Gilded... Actually, wait, no. The only way back that you would know would be through the ladder. Regardless, it works, though. You hear a small voice at first, simply saying, I would have showed you the world as it was in my dreams. I would have dropped everything. And for those nights when we wept for the moon, I would have died for the spring. I found myself at the roots of the elms, singing songs to the birds, and wishing this day would never end. But it did. These dreams came cascading down in a stream of fond memories and lost hope. And at the end of it all, it's only a teardrop to remember you by. A keepsake for the birds. An elegy for what we could have shared. And with that, I'm going to call a session.
Oh, fuck.
Oh. Alright,
I like how the second Aurora got here, it got story heavy.
Alright,